grudge packing?
Maybe launch a couple missiles.
Yes.
Toward a place we know.
Oh!
And aim 'em at a fella whose first name begins with O. There's one thing we all understand.
Absolutely.
Al-Qaeda won't be finished until we blow up Pakistan.
Okay.
We could chase them round forever with our tanks and all our troops, but special forces are so tired of jumping through them hoops. You know we need another plan. So let's cut out all the nonsense and go blow up Pakistan.
All right.
Al-Qaeda needs a nuclear tan.
You turn.
Why don't we stop pussyfooting and go blow up Pakistan?
What did he say? Did he say Tad Putin? What did he say?
Boom, boom.
Jeffrey on. 10:02, man. I've been around some nervous Nellies in my time, but I have never, just like that thing we were discussing about wartime consiglieres, Pophead Jenko, look what we got. Look what we got. Man, oh man. Get the staff shrink in there for Muff and Clarence, okay?
The shrunken staff?
Wow. Well, get the old shrunken head in there for them. Boy, oh boy, talking about crazier than a pair of bed bugs. Anyway, happy Wednesday to you. It's a real happy day for us because we got a Marlin game.
Oh!
And the sun is shining. It's not going to rain.
Hey, did you get this Pompano copy yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Will you just relax? You're a little wired too now because of all that shenanigans going on this morning.
It was fun to watch.
You know, it's one thing when you something out that we can't put on the air under the current environment that exists, the current chilling climate that exists, but when you that isn't even there, and then you have a couple of boneheads who can, I hear it, it's under there somewhere, and there's nothing there. Then you know at that point they're both over the edge. They both need a long cooling out period. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So much going on. Terry Nunn, by the way, is on our website today. She's behind our beaded curtain. We'll get to that stuff in a minute. First, the bad news. Besides, Muff and Clarence came in. Don't let them come in again anymore right before the show. No, seriously. Even in Sturgis, Michigan, they wouldn't do that to you before you're supposed to do a radio show, especially a talk show. They wouldn't do that to you. Just mess with your mind. And let's hear that again. Let's hear that again. How about a better bleep? That's America searching for a better bleep. That's what we're doing, in search of a better bleep. While bleeping people are dying all over the world. For example, jubilant residents yanked the bodies of 4 foreigners, one a woman, at least one an American, out of their burning cars today, dragging the charred corpses through the streets, and hung them from the bridge spanning the Euphrates River in Fallujah. 5 American troops died in a roadside bombing nearby. The brutal treatment of the 4 corpses came after they were killed in a rebel attack on their SUVs in the Sunni Triangle City, about 35 miles west of Baghdad. It was reminiscent of the 1993 scene in Somalia, when a mob dragged the corpse of a U.S. soldier through the streets of Mogadishu, eventually leading to the American withdrawal from the African nation of Somalia. In one of the bloodiest days of the U.S. military this year, 5 American troops died when their military vehicle ran over a bomb in a separate incident 12 miles to the northwest. Chanting Fallujah is the graveyard of Americans, residents cheered after the grisly assault on 2 four-wheel drive civilian vehicles, which left both in flames. Others chanted, "We sacrifice our blood and souls for Islam." In other words, like that. Associated Press TV news picture showed one man beating a charred corpse with a metal pole. Others tied a yellow rope to a body, hooked it to a car, and dragged it down from the main street of town. 2 blackened and mangled corpses were hung from a green iron bridge across the Euphrates. Well, that's interesting. Now, I'd like to know when they're bringing the candy and flowers for the rest of the troops, the ones who are still alive, now that we've reached the 600 mark even. They're going to greet us with candy and flowers. Right. Mm-hmm. Anyway, here's the results of yesterday's poll. Do we have to really read all of these names?
We don't have to.
Well, we got Marlins on deck at 12:50 today, and the Marlins at the Orioles in Fort Lauderdale at 1:05. The Humper, the Hebrew Hammer follows the baseball game, and we got no rain in sight. It's a beautiful day in South Florida, so that means we got a nice short show today. And believe you me, this is the appropriate day for it. What was your all-time favorite Elvis Presley song? We asked in our poll yesterday on the famous NeilRogers.com, where we don't have any phony auctions, by the way. Elvis sucks. 310 of you said that. 22.7%. I thought it'd be a lot higher than that. It started out about 38%, and it went down from there. As the Elvis people came flocking in to vote on our poll. Can I say flocking?
No.
As the Elvis people came in. Oh, that makes it even worse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Elvis. See, sometimes no bleep is better than... Yeah, see?
Yeah, that's what we learned this morning.
Right. Oh, what a couple of bleeping idiots, man. Jesus.
Hey,
with those two at the helm, we ought to be on the beach by about 2:30 this afternoon, permanently. Elvis sucks. 310 of you said that. 22.7%. But your favorite Elvis Presley song, we have a long list. I'm only going to read the ones in double digits. Can't Help Falling in Love, 112. If that's the best Elvis Presley song, then heaven help us, you know? Suspicious Minds, 110. Jailhouse Rock, 87. A Little Less Conversation, 70. That sucks. In the Ghetto, 63. Hound Dog, 59. Viva Las Vegas, 55. Especially when Bob Lincoln sings it, I get really worked up. All Shook Up, 51. Return to Sender, 42. Kentucky Rain, 40. Burning Love, 38. That should have done better than that. Burning Love's pretty good.
It's okay.
Huh?
It's okay.
Oh, I was going to play a little bit of Burning Roids, but after yesterday, talk about getting a couple of people really crazy. Love Me Tender, 35. Caught in a Trap, 34. That's All Right, Mama, 29. Blue Suede Shoes, 28, with apologies to Carl Perkins, who's still dead. Fools Rush In, 25. One Night, 21. That should have been much higher than that. That's a great song. That may be the only really good song he ever did. Little Sister, 19. It's Now or Never, 18. The Wonder of You, 16. I Want You, I Need You, I Love You, 12. Blue Christmas, 11. And after that, it's single digits for all these other marginal songs. Wear My Ring Around Your Neck was damn good, too, and that only had 3? What is wrong with these Elvis people? Even the people that liked him, their taste is in your tush, man. Oh, can I say that? Their taste is in your... Wear My Ring Around Your Neck is just great. That was actually another pretty good song. Well, anyway, there's the Elvis stuff from yesterday. If I could only tell them, I should have had that tape rolling this morning. I'm getting a little slow in my old age, in my dotage. If I would have had the tape rolling, I'd play that little meeting we had this morning.
We could do a replay.
Oh, no, you couldn't do it justice, okay? Couldn't do it justice. Like that. Hearing things that don't exist. Oh, but I want a better bleep in there. Oh. A better bleep to cover up what, you quisling, you simpleton, you silly goose, man. Anyway, Terry Nunn, she's behind a beaded curtain. If you're over the age of 62, if you're not collecting Social Security yet, but you're right on the edge, if you have 14 pieces of ID, and if you have permission slips from the Attorney General and all of his assistants, then you might be able to take a quick peek at the behind the beaded curtain picture today. It's Terry Nunn. How old do you think she is?
I don't know. 45.
42.
Oh, sorry, Terry.
She was born June 26, 1961, and for some reason the IMDb bio here is very, very weak. I could look up some other bios this morning, but Eric decided to sleep in, so I had a very short time span there to check this out. Auditioned for the role of Princess Leia. Why are you playing that?
Those are her songs.
Auditioned for the role of Princess Leia in the Star Wars series. Filmography: Sing, 1989. Inner Space, 87. Spaceballs, 1987. Top Gun, Better Off Dead, which is how I think some people in that building ought to be. The Georgia Peaches. Now, this has got to be, I don't understand. I don't get it.
What? I don't know.
Well, it starts all over again. Georgia Peaches, Scared Straight, Another Story. Katie, Portrait of a Centerfold. Oh, these are the TV ones. Thank God It's Friday, and Having Babies 3. Or Having 3 Babies. And there you go. So she's in a whole bunch of stuff. Terry Nunn, she's on there. And if you're like very old, you can go take a look at that. Now,
mention her most famous role.
What's that?
The lead singer of Berlin and all those hits.
Yes, it does.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just didn't get to that, okay? I don't, listen, very short time span because Eric slept in late, real late. He's 10 days late and $45,000 short. We got those two blathering idiots that were bugging us before the show this morning for about 40 minutes, which is never going to happen again. And number 3, who cares? Okay, now here's the deal. StopFCC.com. I guess it'll be tomorrow now because it sure isn't going to happen today. Not with Fatso sleeping in late up there. But I'll tell you, this Scott in New York, I got to tip my hat to him because very rarely there's like one individual. It goes to show you that people can make a difference. One guy put his heads together and come up with such a good idea and really carry it through so well. He's got 130,000 plus signatures already. And Florida, by the way, is only about 170 behind Texas. We're catching on. I'm not going to push it today. By the end of the week, you're right, we'll pass Texas like those yahoos are standing still to move into second place behind California, which is off and running. But I'm looking at the page today, and this is really interesting. Something brand new. Well, first before that, I noticed at the bottom of the page on StopFCC.com, Scott says, this project is getting very expensive for me to run. We've set up a PayPal account to accept donations. I don't want you to get confused with that and the thing we're going to raise donations for to buy the newspaper ad in USA Today or wherever. But I would hope that in fact, I know I'm going to send them some cash. If you can donate any amount, even $5 to help StopFCC.com and the campaign for free speech, please click the button below. Ooh, watch what you said.
Careful.
And then it's got a Visa MasterCard thing to donate. So please send them a few bucks, okay? But anyway, you've got a new feature on here with a link to our letter generator to send a letter to your senators. This is fabulous. And when you click on that link, letter generator, it comes up with a thing for you to assign your name and address. And then all you do is press the button underneath that, and you click in which state you live in. Mm-hmm. And you just click send to my 2 senators, and bada bing, there it goes. You don't have to do anything else, which I think is absolutely fabulous. Nice going, Scott. Sensational job. So it goes to show you, out of 300 million people, there's one out there that's really doing a hell of a job. Nice going. And he doesn't give a about that. In fact, he does give a crap about it, which is why he started the whole thing. 12 minutes after 10 at 560 WQAM. Let me tell you right now, if the mattress gets worn out, your back is going to tell you because you'll wake up feeling in the morning like crap, like you haven't slept at all. So if you need a new mattress, there are all kinds of ways to do it. You can head to your bedding or department store and get ripped off, or you can do the smart thing like I've been doing for a long time. Call our good friends at Dollar Mattress, 1-800-MATTRESS. Dollar Mattress backs up everything they say in their advertising 140%, but their competitors still lie a lot. When you see a big mattress ad making outrageous claims, be sure to read the fine print, and you'll discover all of those lies. Here's an example. There's a big headline that says, half off, but then you discover that this only applies to a limited selection of items you'd never buy. Everything else is full price. And they probably double the regular price first. And you'll probably never be able to make a fair exchange if you don't like it anyway. But at Dollar Mattress, their ads have no tiny print, no disclaimers. When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you'll see that their prices are so low, other stores have to offer half-off sales just to compete. Dollar Mattress has a no-risk 30-day comfort exchange policy.
About 30, man.
On all beds, including yours. Don't forget, when you call Dollar Mattress at 1-800-MATTRESS, you're getting your company ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction, from Kendall to Stewart, Palm Beach to Fort Myers. And Dollar Mattress reminds you to read that fine print because they want you to know what you're buying, even if you decide to buy from somebody else. So what you be waiting for? Do the smart, easy, convenient thing. Just make that one easy call to 1-800-MATTRESS or log on to their website, mattress.com. Dollar Mattress at 1-800-MATTRES, the honest way to buy you a great bed.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
No!
I hate this place. Nothing works here. The medications don't work. I've been here for 7 years. Nothing works here. I hate this place. Nothing works here. The medications don't work. I've been here for 7 years. I hate this place. Nothing works here.
Absolutely.
George Bush, there's a place you can land so that you can avoid Vietnam. Now you said you served active duty just fine, but you be absent in your mind. George Bush, your position's at stake, 'cause John Kerry is out to seal your fate. It's those questions about the National Guard that might leave your reputation scarred. It's wrong to say you're not AWOL, and you can't prove you're not AWOL. What a funny thing, the military can't find where you were in that 1 year's time. You partied and you went AWOL. Your daddy helped you go AWOL. If you'd only come clean with a story that's real, you might earn back voter appeal.
10:17 at 560 WQAM. Rick faxes and says, I love it. Finally, Condoleezza is going to testify in public under oath. Just remember that she's been coached on what to say until the cows come home. I wouldn't be surprised if she invoked the fifth one more than one occasion, he says. I really hope she does and makes the whole administration has dug for themselves into a grave, says Rick, who's relentless. And also, and he's right, Big Arnie says, did you hear Wayne Huizenga talking about why he kept Wannstedt on as head coach of the Dolphins? No, he did not. I guess he called the little dog this morning, is what I heard Joe say at the end of his show. You didn't hear it?
No.
One of the things Wayne mentioned, as a matter of fact, I'm thinking right now, in honor of this, why don't we play... Oh, that's right, we can't... What? I just wanted to stir up a little psychosis and hysteria in both of their minds, because they're both probably listening right now on the edge of each other's seat. Anyway, see, I heard that. I heard the H. Yeah, but I didn't say anything else. Oh, we can't say H? Oh. Anyway, one of the things he mentioned is that Dave Wannstedt's a religious man. Oh, yeah. What the heck does that have to do with anything? Should he be fired if he wasn't a religious man? And then he says, Jesus Christ. Oh, speaking of Christ.
Yeah.
What's that guy up there, the Attorney General of the state of Florida, Charlie Crist? Here's a riddle for you, and I'm not going to give you the answer. What does Mark Foley, that the Republican representative from West Palm Beach, Mark Foley, Charlie Crist, and Charles Nelson Riley have in common? Now, that's the riddle. I'm not going to give you the answer. Okay. What? I didn't say anything. I'm just tossing that out there for you to think about.
Well,
Ponder it throughout the day.
Dead, because two of them are still alive.
I don't want an answer, okay? Right. It was a rhetorical question. What does Charlie Crist, Mark Foley, and Paul Lynde have in common?
I'll think about it.
Okay. Well, Paul Lynde is dead, so that couldn't be it. Anyway, 567. What am I giving the number out? I haven't given the poll question yet. Well, I'm under a lot of stress and pressure today because before the show we had like a little seminar there. The Brain Trust came in like that. Wow, that was special, man. I've heard some real crap in my time. It's a damn good thing we can still say crap. I mean, a darn good thing. Gosh darn. That we can still say crap. Because that was the biggest pile of manure, man. Even in the cow fields in Iowa, they have never seen or smelled manure like we just got laid on us for about 40 minutes. That was really, talk about piling on. Here's today's poll question. I don't think we ever actually, did we do this before?
No.
I never did.
Nope.
If you could be any famous living person for 1 year, who would it be? Now, George said Rupert Murdoch. Right. I was thinking about it. I'm not really sure.
Since you said for a year, because I wouldn't want to be like him permanently. You know, he's old.
Right.
But for a year, I could do a lot of
you'd probably open up, stash away a lot of bank accounts in Switzerland, Schweiz. I'm going to put down Tom Brady.
Okay.
Okay? Because, although I wouldn't want to get hurt in them football games, but nevertheless, he's big and strong. And, of course, with those looks and everything, you can get whatever the hell you want. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Guys, girls, anything. I mean, I'm talking about friends, of course. We're not talking about, not that. Right. People to hang out with. So anyway, that's our poll question today. I think it's pretty interesting. If you could be any famous living person for 1 year, who would it be? And don't give me this, I'm happy being who I am. Yeah, right. Oh, please. Oh, no, they always want to do that. You know, don't give me that crap, okay?
We're not
WQAM, hello.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
I was wondering if I could talk to Neil.
Are you speaking?
Hey, Neil. Okay. I got an idea for a poll.
Okay.
The poll would be basically, who gave the Hussein all his weapons of mass destruction, and if
that's good. Okay. It's going to be great. Thank God for that ball game, man. We love the Marlins. They are the best. They're my favorites. Marlins and the Orioles in Fort Lauderdale. The Marlin on deck pregame is at 12:50. Tomorrow game time at 1:05. It's going to be great in the Sunshine State. In fact, let's play 10.
10 what?
How come we haven't put the poll up there? If you put the poll up now,
we don't
come
have
on, Eric. I don't want to
yet.
get pushy. What?
We don't have anything for it yet.
We got 2 names, and then he can go away, and then Josh can add him on there. That's my point. See?
All right.
We don't need a whole bunch of names because obviously he's got a little bit of catching up to do up there in Orlando. He's got to start making the bacon for all them sandwiches he's going to be eating. So let's get with it, Eric, okay? Let's hop on it, baby. We got Terry Nunn and her brother Sam Nunn. They're on there naked. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Hey, so I guess we're going to get this Rice to testify, huh? This Bush is a flip-flop artist. He says one thing, and he does something else. Flip-flopper.
Yeah, okay. WQAM, hello. They're all doing shtick today. This is great.
Trying to save the world again. This is Reed.
Yeah, we're trying to save the world again, right? WQAM, hello. Oh, we haven't heard from that idiot in a long time. QAM.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how you doing? Can I answer Neil's thing about Paul Lynn?
Don't worry about Neil's thing. No, we're not. They didn't ask a question, okay?
I thought you said it was
Jesus, Kate Christ, man. Wow.
It.
If you could be any famous living person for 1 year, who would it be? I think that's a fine question. And, of course, then when Bush comes on yesterday and does that real quick, with no questions asked, and Neil, how come he waited so long? And he's running away from the press. Who's he kidding, man? Only the dumbest of the dumb.
It's a lot of them.
What he really should have said was the political pressure got heated up so bad we had to drag her out and put the bitch on there. We just hope she don't make a fool out of herself. And yada, yada, and that's it. That's the name of that tune. But, of course, he wasn't going to say that. But that's basically what he said. WQAM, hello.
Good morning, Neil. How you doing?
Yes, pretty good.
My God, that stuff in Fallujah really boils my blood.
Yeah.
I understand, that what I'm about to say isn't going to go over well, and I understand,
what you're about to say, in other words, this is a preface to what you're about to say?
Sort of.
Yeah.
If I can, if you allow me.
Yeah.
I just basically, feel that, I understand the angle about, that we went to Iraq on false pretenses and the whole thing with Bush, and I don't support him at all. But the fact that these hypocritical Iraqis are going to, cheer that Saddam Hussein's gone, but then, they don't like us being there, and they're attacking people that are really trying to help. They're trying to help rebuild.
They help rebuild by closing down newspapers that they don't like the opinion of, for example? And by taking away their jobs and cutting off electricity and water?
No, absolutely.
Like
I'm not saying...
By turning their cities into like a bloodbath, into a nightmare?
Well, they're the cowards that are
you're buying into this whole baloney that we went there to liberate the Iraqi people. So I would get some help. I'd get some mental help immediately before the day's out. In fact, we can get you a 3-for-1 deal with Duff and Clarence, okay? We can get you a hell of a deal, package deal. They got package deals at every shrink in town now, because times are tough. We didn't go there to liberate anybody, okay? The neocons designed this whole, and that's what's coming out now with all this Condoleezza business, man. With Richard Clarke and with Paul O'Neill and all of these people. This is nothing new. This is like Paul Krugman said in the article I read yesterday. There's no debate about this. They had the roadmap for all of this crap drawn out 5 years ago, 2 years before 9/11. They were just waiting for any excuse, and that's why right after 9/11, did Iraq have anything to do with this? I want you to go and find me some connection with Iraq.
Yeah.
What kind of garbage is that? And those people, everybody there, the Iraqis themselves and the 600 Americans and the Brits and the Australians and everybody else who's died there, they'd still be alive today if it weren't for this insanity. Not to mention, of course, how we've let down our guard on the war on terror because we've diverted all these resources and troops there into this bogus war in Iraq, and you're buying into it. And how they should be grateful to us. Well, a lot of them, first of all, are crazy religious nuts, all right? We're not going to straighten out. We're not going to democratize the Middle East. That's a pipe dream. It's lunacy. And if we want to democratize the Middle East, why don't we start in some of those great democracies like Saudi Arabia and Pakistan, huh? That would be good.
Yeah.
Democratize the Middle East, my fat ass. Lunatics, insane, crazy people. And this last guy I talked to, here's another one.
Well, not for Bush, but these ingrates, these bastards there.
Yeah, right.
He'd be real sympathetic if towelheads were patrolling the streets kicking his door down.
That's right. That would be great. And closing down the Herald would probably be a better idea than whatever newspaper they shut down in Iraq.
He'd greet them with candy and flowers.
Well, they had to shut down that paper because it had to do something with Shiite.
Yeah.
Oh, no! You hear what he said? Oh, no!
Good.
I don't think that bleep is good enough. Could you make it longer?
27 past 10 at 560 WQAM. It's the last mortgage you'll ever need, my friends. It's the only one mortgage from Financial Group. The benefits are incredible. You pay zero closing costs, zero application fees, zero credit bureau fee, zero discounted points. Get yourself the new low interest rate of just 1.25%. If you have a $100,000 loan, your payments are just $334 a month. If you have a $200,000 loan, your payments are just $668 a month. And don't forget, once you refinance or get a new home mortgage from Financial Group, you'll never, ever pay closing costs again. So call today and find out about it. You'll love it. Call 1-866-395-LEND. Get the low-rate mortgage you deserve, then move to your next property with no further cost or expense. You pay zero underwriting fees, zero doc fees, zero closing costs, even when you move to another property. Get that new low financing rate of just 1.25% with the only one, Mortgage from Financial Group. For details, here's that number to call again. It's a brand new number, 1-866-395-LEND, and never, ever pay closing costs again. 1-866-395-LEND. They're an equal housing lender. Restrictions apply. Rates subject to change monthly. 4.21 APR.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. UAM.
Doesn't know when his microphone is on, and that's when he says the darndest things. And now, all of his verbal gaffes are on one amazing video. It's John Kerry gone wild.
It might not be a popular opinion, but damn it, I love Geely. Great movie.
Yes, John Kerry is running for president, and he's running his mouth. And we've captured every jaw-dropping statement on John Kerry gone wild.
I'd love to shake more hands, but I've got to get back so I can get queer-eyed. You know, for some reason, I'm strangely attracted to Carson.
It's comical. It's controversial. It's downright creepy. It's John Kerry gone wild.
I don't care what you do to Ralph Nader. Just make it look like an accident.
Order in the next 10 minutes, and you'll also get this special bonus video. John Kerry gone wild, Snoop Dogg style.
What up, G? John Kerry is up in the hizzle for shizzle my nizzle. Word.
Get both John Kerry gone wild videos with a low campaign contribution of only $49.95 and soft money. Call now.
What word did he say? It's 10:31 at 560. I thought he said there's a little bit of a drizzle. Anyway.
Yeah.
Earl says Bill Gates.
We got you down.
He wants Bill Gates. Well, he wants his money, I guess. These choices here are kind of strange. Hugh Hefner 10, Rupert Murdoch 2, Tom Brady 1. We'll just put Bill Gates on there. We'll build this list, even if it takes us till 3, 4 o'clock. We'll do it while the ball game is on. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I think that they wanted to go to Iraq from the minute.
Yeah, okay, great. Well, I'm really happy about that, but we're not talking about that today, okay? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, if you want to do that kind of talk, call up Air America. They're debuting at noon today with the Al Franken show. You won't be able to hear it, but call up Air America, okay? This part of the crowd out there that wants to do light bulb radio all over again, I have no idea where this started from today. But you talk about preaching to the choir or restating the obvious. We already know all of this, okay, all of these things. I'm trying to give you a little bit of diversion. Let's yuck it up a little bit. Let's have a little bit of fun. Not too much, of course, because we'll get some people upset. Anything. Oh, speaking of another place you can peruse, Al gets Gore TV. The New York Observer has learned that former Vice President Al Gore and business partner Joel Hyatt, an entrepreneur and Democratic fundraiser, will close the deal to pay around $70 million to French-owned Vivendi Universal this week, making them the owners of the tiny digital cable channel News World International, NWI. It's on a lot of the, like DirecTV.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving Mr. Gore from politics to mini-media moguldom. Mr. Gore's plans to transform the Sleepy 4 news outlet into a youth-oriented public affairs channel, a jump-cut news network for the iPod set. Despite vociferous claims that the network isn't attempting to be the liberal antidote to Rupert Murdoch's Fox News, it's difficult to ignore the obvious. It may be fair, it may be balanced, but it's going to be owned by Al Gore, to which we say,
all right.
Excellent. You go, boy. So sad. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We're debating why we went into Iraq today.
And why they don't love it.
I don't know. They must have been listening to the Joe Rose show. Maybe Joe was talking about this heavy this morning. What do you think?
No.
Oh.
They're such hypocrites. Didn't they ask us to go over there?
WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
How are you?
Okay.
Condoleezza looks like a moose. A chicken.
Okay, great. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yes.
How about Hugh Hefner?
Yeah, he's on there. He's got 13 votes. Good one. 5670560. If you could be any famous living person for 1 year, who would it be?
What's that game?
I got a good idea.
What?
Hugh Hefner.
Oh, what a good idea. I get it. I understand.
WQM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I got to give you a name for the poll, and then I want to tell you about Wayne calling it.
Yeah.
The number one thing on your poll is going to be Britney Spears. You want to know why? Because forget about spending her money. You play with her body all day. You just stay home and never get anything done.
I see. Okay, moving right along. Don't explore that too intimately right now.
All right. Listen, Wayne called up on your buddy Moe's show and was yelling at him and Geldie for misquoting him. That's what
really?
Yeah, I didn't hear him.
Oh, well, how come I didn't hear Joe? All I heard him say was that Wayne called the station. I didn't hear it was on the Moe show.
Absolutely.
Wayne called Moe at like 7:45, and I guess he said he was in the car and he was unhappy with the misquoting by Geldie and Moe, and said he wanted to set some things straight. And so
misquoting about what? Well, by the way, Wayne hates you, Moe. I should point that out. I've mentioned that before, but just in case he forgot.
Yeah, well, he was, I guess, before Wayne called in, Geldie and Moe were talking about how he had talked about A.J. Feely will be the next Dan Marino, and he just basically just some quotes, and
right.
Wayne wanted to say that was incorrect. So basically, he didn't call in as a friend. He called in to yell at him.
Well, what do you mean he said that was incorrect? I heard them play that yesterday. He did say that. He said, well, he didn't say he would be. He said he might become the next Dan Marino or something like that.
Right. He said, the quote that Wayne claimed he said was that he wanted A.J. Feely to be the next Dan Marino, whereas Moe and Geldie were saying, Wayne's saying he's going to be the next Dan Marino. And so Wayne said, I never said he was going to be the next Dan Marino. I said I would hope he did.
So in other words, we had a big contretemps between Wayne Huizenga and Geldie and Moe.
That's what happened. It was about
all I can say is,
all right.
Excellent. That's the best news I've heard all year. You made my day, Pally.
All right, buddy. We'll put Brittany on the poll.
Okay, she's on there. She's on the poll position. Isn't that great?
That is great.
Boy, it sure took us a half an hour before we finally got the interpretation of that. Of course, you'd have to be one of Moe's listeners. How many has he got?
About 30, man.
Actually, I've heard that. We don't have like a big crossover between us and the Moe man. WQAM, hello.
I would love to be Ricky Martin. Ay, Papi Rico.
Oh, God.
Josh, type it down. Come on.
Ricky Martin, come on now. Don't be, now, can we play this? I don't know, and I don't want to find out right now. Oh, come on. Where's your adventure spirit?
All right, let's go. We can say queer, can't we?
Sure.
All right.
But I think another time.
Yeah, the second line.
I don't know any of the lines in that, okay, and I don't want to find out on the air. Do you really?
Yeah.
So the answer is
no.
I'll be danged. Well, I'm just checking. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil?
Yes, sir?
Show starting out a little rough, but yesterday's show was great with the Elvis.
Yeah, okay, Reverend Jones. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, what's going on, man?
How you doing, sir?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about Miguel Cabrera?
Who is it?
Miguel Cabrera.
Miguel Cabrera?
He's a Marlins player.
Oh, okay. Miguel Cabrera. I never heard of him in my life. I couldn't name you 3 Marlins players if you stuck a gun to my nose.
I couldn't name you one.
Oh, let's see. Brad Penny, he's still on the team?
Yeah.
What are you laughing about? I don't follow baseball anymore. I gave up baseball the last time they said, we're not getting paid enough money. Just like hockey this year when they do the same thing next September. I'm going to say, although I won't give that up entirely, but if they ever play again. In fact, I got permission from, and I want the audience to know that Clarence wants to apologize profusely for that scam that we ran yesterday, that we were forced to read coerced and encouraged to read the promos for that auction, which it turns out it wasn't for charity at all. It was for the Beasleys, for a little, what was the term he used? A new revenue stream. Yeah, I'm streaming all over myself just thinking about it, okay? A new revenue stream. That is the chintziest, seriously, you joke about the thing, maybe you're not joking, about the Deliverance and the Banjo Boy and all of that stuff. I don't think that's an exaggeration. And, of course, we've all met Bob Vermouth, haven't we? Well, that speaks for itself. But, these people, man, if you're out there on a nice day like today and you're wandering around, you see some folks up in a tree, that's their tree house, man, the Beasleys.
That's not a possum.
Boy. It is so scary. A new revenue stream for the Beasleys. Well, good. And tell people about it. Say commercial enterprise and that they're fleecing the public to peddle them a bunch of sports memorabilia, okay? God. Sends me a promo here like it's something for charity, like something for a good cause. Oh, well, we never really thought about that. Yeah, sure. No, they were too busy thinking about sticking bleeps where there aren't any words. How do we describe that to the audience? How do we describe that? I think what you ought to do, no, listen, let's give them a demonstration right now. You've got that, is it in your DCS yet?
Or you got
that? The bit, word block?
I got it queued up.
Okay, let's play it after the break.
All right.
We're going to play that bit, and then I'm going to demonstrate to you how all of this FCC pressure has affected the minds, and I use the term minds loosely, of some of our programming geniuses in South Florida and all around the rest of the country, how the chilling effect of the FCC has forced these people over the edge. It is a scary thing. 20 before 11 at 560 WQM. Let's see. Hugh Hefner's got 33, Bill Gates 10, Tom Brady 7. Rupert Murdoch 3, Britney Spears 1, and Ricky Martin and Miguel Cabrera don't have any yet. Miguel Cabrera? Who the hell is that? He's one of the Marlins. What's wrong with you, man? I know Dontrell. Learning to spell with Dontrell Willis. Isn't that good?
Yeah, very good.
Now let me think of some others. Some other Marlins. Who's the kid that won the game in the last game in the World Series? Don't tell me. Well, they traded away a whole bunch more people, by the way.
I don't know. It's my name.
Josh Beckett.
There you go.
Oh, man, am I good or what? Yeah! Let's do a sports show!
No.
Not. Josh Beckett, I'm so proud of myself. Now, Beckett rhymes with 19 before 11 at 560 WQM. If your carpets are a little on the nasty-looking side, if it's time to get them cleaned, and, of course, spring cleaning is on a lot of people's mind if they're, like, not slobs. Here's the answer. Just make one simple call to our good friends at Dry Concepts because nobody comes close to the amazing job they do for you. I'm not joking. I've been telling you for years that when they finish, you look around, it looks just like you had brand new carpeting laid on your floor. And most of the 20 years I've used them, of course, I had the 2 dogs. And when you got dogs, I don't have to tell you about the mess and the smell you got in the house and all the hair and all of that stuff. But believe me, even when I had the dogs going, they still, every time they'd finish, you'd look around and think, this is like a miracle right on my floor. They leave your carpets vibrant in color, soft to the touch. They smell lemony fresh. They're dry in just a couple of hours, and you're ready to rock and roll all over again. So if you want brand new looking carpets at a fraction of the cost, these are the people you want to call. And don't forget, Dry Concepts gives you a written guaranteed price up front before they start the job, whether it's your carpeting, your area rugs, your drapery, your upholstery, all of these things. So call today, and when you do call Dry Concepts, ask how you can save 15% on your next carpet cleaning. Have them put you on their standby list. We'll just save you off their already reasonable low price. And don't forget, like I said, a guaranteed written price before they start the work. Call them today. They're the best in the universe. Call 1-800-248-5071. That's 1-800-248-5071. Or check them out on the web at dryconcepts.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. UAM.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news update. What you're about to hear is a live feed from Mars Mission Control.
This is Mission Control. We are awaiting signal from the Mars rover. And it is coming through now. The Mars rover has dug up something on Mars. Rover, bring it here, boy. Bring it to the camera. It looks like it's a bone. A rover on Mars has unearthed, or should we say on Mars, a bone. This is the most important discovery in the history of science. Good boy. Who's a good rover? Good boy.
And a historic day indeed. More details on rover's discovery of a bone on Mars as they become available.
What did he find on Mars? 10:45. Now, these suggestions we're getting, that one idiot with a Michael Jackson, don't put that on there. You ought to trace that. That sounds like some pedophile. And then George W. or Neil Rogers. What kind of suggestions are these?
I don't know. Something's going on.
What does that mean?
With all this lunacy today.
Yeah, I think it's Insanity Day. In fact, click on stopfcc.com right now.
Okay.
Click onto it, and you see what on the left, instead of seeing the tallies from the various states. You're looking at it?
Go there. Uh-oh.
What is that all about? Scott's evidently having some problems with his website because he can't...
Bizarre.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Permission denied, resource this, but so I have no idea what that's all about, but I think you're right. Today is the day the world went like that, crazy. Somebody says Michael Douglas. Okay, let's put Michael Douglas on there, who thinks he's really hot. Okay, let's get that on there. Well, by the time the ball game comes around, we'll have maybe a few names on here.
About 30, man.
Maybe 10. If you could be any famous living person for 1 year, who would it be? Hugh Hefner, 44. 76 votes. Bill Gates, 17. Tom Brady, 9. Rupert Murdoch, 4. Britney Spears, 2. Ricky Martin, none. And Miguel Cabrera, none. I mean, why would you want to be Miguel Cabrera? Can you explain that to me, Josh?
Does he make a lot of money? He's like 19. I don't know. He's getting a lot of girls, whatever. What can you do?
Is he really? He's 19. He's getting a lot of action. How do you know that?
Well, ESPN, the magazine, did an article about him or whatever, and he's doing pretty well.
Well, good for him. WQAM, hello.
Good morning, Neil. Great show.
Yes, sir.
I would like to add one to the poll. Ron Jeremy?
Ron Jeremy. Okay, Ron Jeremy. This guy wants to be fat and hairy for a year. I don't think these people get it. I
but
mean,
it's great.
Oh, yeah, it is good. I like it. I like it a lot. Ron Jeremy would be great. Wouldn't you like to be Ron Jeremy?
No.
No. I sure wouldn't.
I don't want to sit on a chair he's sat on.
Oh, God. How about, what's her name, the goddess? She'll be on Air America 3 this afternoon, 3 to 7. Don't sit on the chair she's been sitting on. That'd be a good poll, by the way, to take one day. What chair... Now, I'm trying to think how we would phrase that. Josh Friedman, Randy Rhodes. Yeah. I mean, there are a whole bunch of people. If they had previously sat on a chair...
Who would you not want to sit on a chair after?
Right. Well, something like that. I think Josh Friedman might edge Randy out. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I have a suggestion for your poll.
Really? Okay.
W. I want to be W for a year.
Yeah, why's that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, well, think about it. Okay, put him on there. George W. Bush, why not?
Why not?
Okay?
Money.
They want to be W.
Power. No responsibility.
And then they can find out what it's like to be like a drooling idiot. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good?
I wouldn't want to sit on Hank's chair afterwards, but so before the last break, you said Josh Beckett. You know what rhymes with Beckett, and for like...
Oh, anyway, now listen, we were going to play that bit, and I never got around to playing it.
I totally forgot it. Anyway, want it now?
Word block. Here it is. Listen to this.
By now you're aware, the Federal Communications Commission is on a mission from God to protect your children, and perhaps yourself, from the sinful danger of dirty words. What you may not know is, the FCC regulates your private telephone calls as well. That's why Faith-Based Ministries Corporation is proud to introduce Word Block. Simply attach the easy-to-use device to your phone, and the words of Satan will be blocked out instantly.
Hello.
I'd like to have a minute of your time to talk about our timeshare.
Get up. Hello.
Interest rates have never been this low. I'm calling to let you know we can refinance.
Give me the alone, you. Hello.
This is Barbara Bush. Please vote for my boy.
That's just oligarchy and globalist.
Call 1-800-BULL-WHIP, and Word Block will be shipped directly to you for a generous donation of $2,000 to the Republican National Committee. Many restrictions apply.
Okay, now here's the deal. Every week, Boca Brian records his 4 or 5 comedy bits, and he has to bring them into the station so that Muff Lindsay can find something productive to be doing, and listens to them first to make sure that they're okay. They've got his squeal of approval to be on the air. Right. So he brings these in yesterday, which every Tuesday, I guess, is the day that he generally shows up with the disc, and Muff sits down and listens to this, and then he and Clarence get their heads together. That's the same Clarence who gave me that memo yesterday and lied to me. And give me that bullcrap about that phony auction, about that new revenue stream. But anyway, and so they listen to these bits, and so they get to this one, and a little red light goes off in their head. Right. And Duff goes through a whole herniatic song and a dance about he wishes that Boca would redo it so that the second bleep is as good as the first one. The only problem with that being is that Boca didn't verbalize any of the words that he bleeped out. In other words, he just put the bleep in there. There's no word actually there in the recording. But he wants the first bleep and the second bleep to be the same. Oh, my God. We're talking about certifiably crazy people. Get the straitjackets. Get the honey, Junior.
Straitjacket.
Wow. Well, get the not-so-straitjacket. Yay. For both of them. Man, that has got to be one of the most astonishing things. And we spent about, I would say, out of the 40 minutes that we wasted of my life this morning with them, the two of them in that seminar, about 20 minutes of it on that bit. Playing it over and over. Oh, yeah, but I hear it. They hear it because it's in their mind that they hear it, a word that isn't there in their mind. That's what happens when you got a filthy, dirty mind, okay? Emotional elder Bush attacks son's critics. An emotional former President George Herbert Walker Bush yesterday defended his son's Iraq war and lashed out at White House critics. It is deeply offensive and contemptible to hear elites and intellectuals on the campaign trail dismiss programs in Iraq since last year's overthrow of Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein, the elder Bush said in a speech to... Hold on now.
All right, hold on.
In a speech to the National Petrochemical and Refiners Association's National Convention in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh.
Thanks for those low gas prices, Bush family. There was something ignorant in the way they dismissed the overthrow of a brutal dictator and the sowing of seeds of basic human freedom in that troubled part of the world, he said. The former president appeared to fight back tears as he complained about media coverage of the younger Bush that he called something short of fair and balanced. It hurts an awful lot more when it's your son who's being criticized than when they used to get all over my case, said Bush, who's often complained about media coverage of both Bush presidency. Wah, wah. Right.
Please.
Yeah, especially when you consider the media's treated this one with like velvet gloves. The ultimate shill act is what they put on. Scary. But the senior Bush, he's very upset, and he's pissed off and fired up. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. WQM, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hi, I'd like to give the idea for the poll for today.
Yes, sir, please.
All right. How about Tiger Woods, man? This guy plays golf all the time. He's a multimillionaire, and he's hooked up with a Swedish supermodel.
Exactly. Good choice. Excellent. Thanks, Pally.
All right, man.
Have a great day. Tiger Woods is a good choice. I mean, the guy plays golf, and he's making millions and millions, and he's getting some very, very serious hot action. And there you go. Let's see. Here's one that says, I'd like to be Jeb Bush, but only till the end of the year so I can make sure Kerry wins the election. That's cute. I like that. That is really cute. Oh, and then why did you fax me this thing about Fox rules? Oh, my. Why did you do that? You know, see, a lot of you people out there, your intentions are good, but you're preaching to the choir, and just to keep repeating the same stuff over. We all know about Fox, okay? Anybody with an IQ larger than their thumbnail knows about Fox. Except Teresa, of course, who's infatuated with him on Passions, but she's on the inside, and she ain't going to be getting out anytime soon. You're watching that now, aren't you, Passions?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I'm watching it right now.
That's your homework assignment. In fact, I guarantee you know Sheridan a lot better than you know Miguel Cabrera, so there you go.
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner, 60 votes. Bill Gates, 24. Tom Brady still stuck on 9. Rupert Murdoch, 5. Britney Spears, 4. Ron Jeremy, 3. Oh, Ricky Martin, 2. Miguel Cabrera, 2. Michael Douglas, none. George W. Bush, none. And Tiger Woods, none. How about Peter North? I mean, if they're going to put Ron Jeremy on there, right?
Right.
I mean, at least put somebody on there that once upon a time looked pretty good. You don't have to be ugly to be getting lots of action. Put Peter North on there. Just out of protest to that Ron Jeremy crap. Well, what is that? Next they'll be putting on there Al Goldstein. That's just a joke. I'm so sorry I mentioned that, because if I mention the name, Josh, just like Eric often does, he'll put it on there. Don't put Al Goldstein on there. By the way, did you talk to Al Goldstein about getting in touch with his buddy Larry Flint and getting Hustler Magazine to promote stuff at CC.com? No.
No. I haven't spoken to him in years, ever since that.
Well, I'm sure he'd appreciate hearing from just about anybody at this point. Oh, look at that. We got the signatures back on there, and now we're 199 behind Texas again. We're not making any progress. Texas is doing it, man. They're smoking. The last 5 signatures from Maryland, Pennsylvania, Texas, Washington, and California out of 130,720 on StopFCC.com. But we've squeezed this rock as hard as we can as far as our audience. And they've done a pretty damn good job. Far be it for me to say, but they've responded pretty gosh darn well. WQAM, hello.
I've got the definitive winner. No man alive does not want to be Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp sounds good to me.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. No man alive, he said, does not want to be Johnny Depp. You wouldn't mind being Johnny Depp for a year?
No, no problem at all.
I would not mind at all being Johnny Depp for a year. I bet you even Josh wouldn't mind being Johnny Depp for a year.
Wouldn't mind.
Oh, he would much rather be Miguel Cabrera, I guess.
Rather be Hugh Hef, but...
No, I don't understand. Why would you want to be Hugh Hefner? He's an old man.
I'm not talking about his looks. I'm talking about his lifestyle.
But you're missing the point. See, there are lots of young guys. Wouldn't you rather be a young guy Hugh Hefner, he's probably popping Viagra like Pez, like Mickey says.
But again, we're not going on his looks. I just want to live the lifestyle of Hugh Hef for a year.
He wants all the bunnies at the mansion.
I think this was a bad question today, huh?
No, it's a good question.
I don't think they get it. I'm not talking about what Hugh Hefner was like 20 years ago. I'm talking about what he is now. He's a doddering old man who's surrounded by all these hot chicks, and he can't do anything about it, probably.
Oh, he's doing something about it.
Yeah,
how do you know that? How do you know that?
He's outside the window.
He's outside the window peeking in. 10:57 at 560. Hey, listen, okay, fine. No matter what you say, why wouldn't you rather be Tom Brady, just as an example? Tom Brady can have just about anybody he wants. Anybody. Male, female, you name it.
He could take those Hugh Hefner bunnies away from him.
Right, that's right, in a heartbeat. Just think about it, okay? Just give it some consideration.
All right.
Because when we wave our magic wand... 3 minutes before 11 at 560 WQM, we got the Marlins on deck coming up at 12:50. Boy, we better talk real fast. We got a short show today. Damn it. And then we got Marlins and the Baltimore Orioles in Fort Lauderdale. That's the Marlins with their superstar Miguel Cabrera. And then the Humper, the Hebrew Hammer, follows baseball at about 4, whenever the game is done. Hey, if you're in a dead-end job, if you feel like your life is basically done because you're not going anywhere, if you're underpaid and overworked, here's the answer for you. Get yourself some skills, man. That's right. Get yourself some training by calling our friends at Fast Train, toll-free, 1-866-FAST Train. Be sure and tell them when you make that call. Todd Dreck told me to call. He said, you'll tell us what it's all about, because Todd sure won't. Fast Train can have you trained and certified for a high-paying computer network professional career, and they can do it for you in as little as 4 months. If you don't have the cash to go to college, if you don't have 4 years to wait around finding a life, here's the answer. Call Fast Train. They offer you day, evening, and weekend classes to fit around your schedule. Fast Train offers job placement assistance and even financial aid to people who qualify. And with 7 convenient Florida locations to serve you, there's bound to be one close by you. So don't wait. Call them today after you check them out on the web first, fasttrain.com, and then make that call that can change your life. Get you off that treadmill where you're moving your feet but going nowhere. Get yourself a high-paying career by calling Fast Train today, toll-free, 1-866-FAST-TRAIN.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Oh my God, your breasts are beautiful.
Hey, I think we can still play this one. Listen very carefully, though, because when you...
I will.
Yeah. Be right on the edge of your seat.
Rectum.
I'm underage, 17. You should be scared of me, 'cause you could go to jail if you sleep with me.
Oh my God.
If I scream, you end up prison. She was 25, but she's just a teen. Perfect G. I bet my lips are sweet. Daddy called the cops last night. My breasts are perfect to me because I've had surgery. None of my skirts reach my knees. My butt just hangs right out
Rectum.
of my shore. She's underage. Jailbait. You should be scared of her. Scared of me? That Rolling Stones that made her look dynamite. What a sight. She's looking mighty fine. She is 25, but she's just a
Well, we can still play it. They passed the mustard. Let's see, LeBron James for the poll, somebody says. There's a good choice. What's he making, about $80 million a year, something like that? $400 million?
Okay.
Wait, and also Big Arnie, who's just out of control, says, I would be Donald Trump. That's a good choice.
Sure.
Rich, prominent, living in New York, plus I would finally have hair, even though it don't look too good. Good choice, Arnie. Now, anyway, this fact just is shocking. Clear Channel Radio and the Reverend Jesse Jackson announced today that the Reverend Jackson will be host of a live 1-hour talk show airing Sunday, 7 to 8 a.m. Central Time, 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Keep Hope Alive with Reverend Jesse Jackson will debut April 4th exclusively on Clear Channel radio stations and will originate from Chicago's WGCI AM, whatever that is. The broadcast will focus on issues of cultural, political, and religious significance with guest appearances by community and world leaders and a live call-in segment. But you must talk in jive and rhyme. You do understand that when you call in?
I'm fluent in jive.
It'll be just fine if you call in on the line, but anyway. The show marks the first time Reverend Jackson will be hosting a radio program. I guarantee it's going to go over like halava in Siberia. We will discuss the central issues, local, national, and international of our time, said Reverend Jackson. We will offer information, inspiration, direction, and many points of view. We will talk with and hear from you. We intend to connect the nation with shared conversation. Your voice matters. Remember, in the beginning was the world and you have the power. Keep hope alive. And don't talk no jive. Initially airing in New York, San Francisco, Chicago, Philadelphia, Detroit, and Norfolk, Virginia. Keep Hope Alive with Reverend Jackson will be introduced to additional markets throughout the year. Clear Channel Radio will consider syndicating the program nationally, depending on listener response. How do you like that? Jesse Jackson's going nationwide with his love child. Man. Really sad. And Air America starts today with The Goddess. And Al Franken. And Janine Garofalo and all of these people. U.S. to defend Muslim girl wearing scarf in school. The Justice Department announced Tuesday the government's civil rights lawyers have jumped into a legal case to support a Muslim girl's right to wear a headscarf in public school. Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights. I didn't know we had civil rights anymore. I thought that was gone now.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Assistant Attorney General for these things, Alex Acosta, said the government lawyers would support 11-year-old Nashala Hearn, a 6th-grade student who sued the Muskogee, Oklahoma Public School District for ordering her to remove her headscarf or hijab, because it violated the dress code of the Benjamin Franklin Science Academy which she attended. The girl continued to wear her hijab. The school was subsequently suspended twice for doing so. The family appealed these suspensions, which were upheld by a district administrative hearing committee. Her parents filed suit against the Muskogee School District last October. On Tuesday, the federal government filed a motion in the federal court in Muskogee to intervene in support of Nashala's position. No student should be forced to choose between following her faith and enjoying the benefits of a public education, Acosta said in a statement accompanying the government's court filing. I say leave it home. Leave your faith at home. Leave your schmackers at home. That's my suggestion, okay?
No, but you'll burn in hell if you take it off your head.
Good. That makes it even better. Now, what was this thing that somebody faxed me here? Trial begins in deaths of sons hit with stones. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, depressing.
Tyler, Texas. Oh, that's a really great place, isn't it? That's a bastion of Americanism, the likes of which even W would be embarrassed by. Even QM would be embarrassed by, and we thought after yesterday that we had no embarrassment factor on this radio station, but I guess maybe we do. That thing with that auction yesterday, seriously, I'm never going to recover from that as long as I live. And you should have heard Clarence whining and whimpering. Were you in there when he was going, oh, gee, well, I apologize. I didn't mean to try to fool you, and I just... Hey, right. You are so full of it, man. The crap is just seeping from your earlobes, okay, Clarence? That's how full of it you are. And your boyfriend there, man, with that bit that we played, that word block, then both of them, you notice, they're both hearing it.
Okay.
As Marv Alpert would say, they're hearing it from the crowd. Right.
That's funny when you get a shared delusion.
Yeah. Well, when they're sitting that close.
Usually only I can see the pink rabbit.
When Clarence is sitting on Muff's lap, it's easy to hear things. Tyler, Texas, a mother who bashed her son's heads with heavy rocks, killing 2 of the boys, was so delusional she thought the Lord told her to do it, her attorney said Monday in opening statements at her murder trial. This is so typical of religious crazy people, I apologize for the redundancy. Does she follow what she believes to be God's will, or does she turn her back on her God? Defense attorney Buck Files Jr. asked the jury of 8 men and 4 women. How's it going, Buck? Deanna Laney, 39, stay-at-home mother, has pleaded innocent by reason of insanity to charges of murdering 8-year-old Joshua and 6-year-old Luke. Oh, and look at those names, huh? Joshua and Luke, and causing serious injury to Aaron, 14 months at the time.
Aaron.
Prosecutors are not seeking the death penalty, and of course, why not? I'd fry her ass right now, right on Crossfire this afternoon. I'd put her in Bob Novak's lap and fry the both of them. The deeply religious East Texas woman, who homeschooled her children in New Chapel Hill, wept as she listened to testimony, and prosecutors showed gruesome photographs of her slain children. Her husband, who has supported her, sat a few rows behind with friends and family. Her husband who supported her. Prosecutors contend Laney knew right from wrong when she killed her children last May, despite opinions from 2 psychiatric experts for the defense, 2 for the prosecution, and 1 for the judge, all of whom said Laney was legally insane. District Attorney Matt Bingham said Laney attacked the baby first, hammering his head with a 4.5-pound rock she had hidden under his crib. Aaron Laney will never be the same, said Bingham, adding that the boy's vision has been impaired. He'll never live independently. Laney then woke up Luke, led him outside the family's rural brick home, and asked him to put his head on a large rock, the prosecutor said. Laney smashed the 6-year-old's skull with a large landscaping rock. Then she went to get her oldest child, Joshua. He, too, put his head against the large rock in the yard. His mother bashed his skull with a 16-pound rock. The boys were found in their underwear. Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's a positive influence, the Bible.
Right. The Bible really does it, man.
Moral
Luke and
guidebook.
Joshua and all of these people. And Yoshki. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. If you could be any famous living person for 1 year, who would it be? WQAM, hello.
Portion Baghdad.
WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Was it George?
What is it?
Was it George?
No, Neil.
Neil. How you doing?
Okay, how you doing?
Neil, remember, I want to ask you something, Neil. Remember back in 98, going westbound 595, a big-ass DOT trucks pulled over, held the traffic up, and a guy...
No, I don't. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line. WQM, hello.
This is Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I got one for the poll, Neil.
Okay.
Pat Robertson. I want to be able to talk to God, too.
Okay, Pat Robertson, there you go. Let's get him on there. At least we'll fill out the list with some names on there, okay? They don't understand. This is a very serious scientific thing. They don't get it. They're playing fast and loose with our poll. Oh, with our... WQM, hello.
Hello, Neil. I can answer your poll, please?
Yes, sir?
Joey Buttafuoco.
Joey Buttafuoco, okay. This guy'd like to be a raving lunatic. I would have picked W if I wanted that. Hugh Hefner's got 77. He's off and running, man. I guess you're right, Josh. They all want to be Hugh Hefner. They don't get it. They don't understand that he's old and feeble. Bill Gates, 27. See, that's called... See, us old farts, you always accuse me of living in the past. I think a lot of you young pups are living in these other people's past. We're not talking about how'd you like to be Hugh Hefner 40 years ago, see? But Hugh Hefner's 77. And then we can bring them some Feldine.
I thought about Hugh and ruled him out for that reason.
Bill Gates, 27. Tiger Woods, 23. I think that's a pretty good choice. Tom Brady, 12, which I think is a fabulous choice. See, a lot of the guys out there won't vote for Tom Brady because they feel that's like a fag thing, see? Because he's too prudy. And they don't want to stand, even though we're not tracing their votes yet. Ron Jeremy's got 8, which I find just astonishing, shocking. Britney Spears, 8. Rupert Murdoch, 5. Johnny Depp, 5. Miguel Cabrera's got 3. George W.'s got 3. Peter North, 3. Ricky Martin, 2. Michael Douglas, 2. LeBron James has got 1. And Joey Buttafuoco just went on there, 193 votes. We'll make this thing work, whether you want it or not. You know what I mean?
It'll work.
It'll what?
It'll work.
Sorry, it works for me. It works for me. Do you want to know why it works for me?
Baseball.
That's right, because we got the Marlin game. We got Miguel Cabrera, Josh Beckett, Brad Penny, and your Florida Marlins. Whoever the rest of them might be. I don't know. I don't care. Mike Lowell.
There you go.
There you go. There's another one. Well, there's only 25 guys on the team. I got 4 already. Let me think real hard. And then, of course, Jack McKeon, there's your manager of your Florida Marlins.
Oh!
He just turned 95. He just turned on I-95. Made a wrong... Make a U-turn here real quick, Jack. You're on the wrong side of the road. That's something about Wayne Huizenga calling in Moe and Geldie this morning. That's something.
That's funny.
And especially, see what you're forgetting, maybe you're not, is that he's talking to the play-by-play voice of his Miami Dolphins, whom he hates like poison. Anyway,
Absolutely.
From all the reports I'm getting. So Mo probably is like, oh, gee, but I would love, man, would I give anything to hear a tape of that conversation? Wouldn't you? I don't want to say we're going to put our spies on the case, but man, would that be something, a delight to hear that verbal intercourse between Wayne Huizenga, which we can't call him what I used to anymore because that would be really bad, and Moe and Geldie. See, personally, I think Mo is a lot worse than what I used to call Wayne, but nevertheless. A lot more obscene. 11:13 at 560 WQM. Fat is obscene if you're trying to lose it. If you're trying any of those low-carb diets, head for Delights of West Boca because whether you're starting or restarting the Atkins, the Sugar Busters, South Beach, or any low-carb, sugar-free diet, Delights of West Boca is like a miracle for you because the entire store is dedicated to you. It's the world's #1 low-carb store with over 1,200 low-carb products to choose from. Some variety, some taste, thank the Lord. And they've got just whatever you're looking for. They've got breads and bagels, cookies, crackers, chips and brownies, chocolates, Carbolite ice cream, pasta, sauces, ketchup, cheesecakes, and lots more. And don't forget, if it's new and great tasting, Delights will have it first. They're open every day, 7 days a week, from 10 in the a.m. till 10 in the p.m. You can always try anything in the store before you buy it. And their staff knows dieting inside and out. In fact, there's some fat people around that joint, too. And the Atkins brand's products are on sale all day, every day, too, even on Simchas Torah. Delights of West Boca, they're on the northeast corner of Glades and 441, right next to Boston Market. Or call them toll-free, 1-877-LOW-CARB. That's LOWCARB. Or on the web, it's lowcarb.com. There's only one. A lot of stores have similar names, but there's really only one Delights of West Boca. It's your official Atkins Retail Center.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM. Anytown.
Oh my God.
At 560 WQAM.
Absolutely.
I noticed a lot of guys have said they want to be Hugh Hefner, but nobody has said Larry Flint yet. That was bad. That was as tasteless as it gets, you know. Now, this fax here, this is exactly what I had in mind. Here's somebody who understands what I'm driving at, okay? Brad the Pitmeister, Brad Pitt, so I could be doing Jennifer, says this faxer. See?
Right.
That's where it's at. Did I say so I could be doing, so I could be... Oh, no, that makes it worse again, see? No, that's one of those where if you put the bleep in, see, if I say doing Jennifer, that's okay, but if I say... Jennifer, that could be some other things.
No comment.
Right. No, but I'm just saying that'll teach them to be so persnickety with all their bleeps, you know, with all their bleeping bullcrap. Muff and Clarence. If I were them, I'd be a hell of a lot more worried about that phony auction deal that Beasleys are running. I'd be a lot more worried about that. And I'd also be a lot more worried about some of their other shows, because this isn't the show that's going to create them a problem. Did it create them a problem this last time? No. Is it going to create them? No. I mean, we're like Ivory Snow, man, 99 and 44, 100% pure. Clean and the other part, we like, when in doubt, we bleep it out. But because it makes them feel useful, you know, like they're doing something. Believe you me, if I had some real questions about what we could say and what we can play and what the new deal, those would be two of the last people I would ever ask, was them two. Nervous Nellies. Peeing on each other's pants. I've never seen anything like it in my life. See, the Hugh Hefner thing, I'm trying to think of, I mean, like Donald Trump would be good. At least Donald's under the age of 100, right?
Right. Hugh ain't as loaded as he used to be.
Who isn't?
Hugh.
Right. Exactly. But nevertheless, he's off to the races because they've got this image worked up in their mind, just like your friend Josh sitting there. Oh, yeah, the Hugh Hefnermeister with my big stogie and my bathrobe and all these Playboy bunnies around. Right.
Your Viagra, big candy bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the word you're looking for is frustrated is what Hugh. But who knows? I could be wrong. He could be one hell of a stud.
He might be tired of it by now. Who knows?
No. Oh, and look at this. We got to bleep this one out. Oh, I understand. Alex Rodriguez. Now, that is a good choice. There is a good choice. I have to admit, as much as I despise him like poison, he's a good-looking guy. He's making $25 million a year. He's playing with the Yankees. He'll probably win the World Series and all of these things. And he's there with his good buddy Derek Jeter, and they're like eating and greeting and meeting and whatever else. So Alex Rodriguez is a good choice. Certainly a lot better choice than Miguel Cabrera. And your Florida Marlins, whom we love on this show, because game time is 1:05, pregame at 12:50.
Oh!
Yeah. I'm thinking, you know how the Cubs in Wrigley Field, they play mostly day games still?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that the Marlins should play, even though it's 100 degrees in the shade, all through the summer, day games every day. Double headers.
Right, well, early in the morning, it's not so hot.
Right, starting at about 10:15 would be good, with a pregame show at 9:55. Yeah! And next week, if you think this is a scam, we got the opening day game. I believe that's Tuesday. I'm not really sure. I think it is. Not that I care, except for the fact that we have a 2-hour show that day. We get off at noon. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Mad Dog's got a good scam going. He was off yesterday. Kimbo was on. Mad Dog's off again today. Man, you talk about having a great student. He learned from me as well as anybody. The Hebrew Hammer, he learned too a little bit. But the Mad Dog, this man has learned the 100%. I give him an A++. More money, less work. Take the money straight to the bank. Don't pay any attention to what they say and just have a smile on your big fat puss. That's it. That's the Mad Dog.
All right.
There you go. He'll be back tomorrow, though. Oh, and wait a minute. Speaking of the Hebrew Hammer, I shouldn't be so quick to judge. Did you look at tomorrow's schedule and also for Friday?
Oh, look at that.
There's the Yankees.
Oh, no. Joe Zagacki for 2 days for the Hebrew Hammer Thursday and Friday. So Hank's learning too. He understands. Less work, more money. And stay out of the building as often as possible. You notice how often Hank does a show out anywhere now at this point?
Often.
The Bahamas, Vegas, tennis tournaments, golf tournaments, Shulas, any place but in that festering joint. WQAM, hello.
Good afternoon. How are you, Neil?
Good evening. How are you?
Fine. I have two for the poll, and one I think would be excellent would be Wayne Huizenga, and the other one, because of the power he has, and the other one would be Kitty Carlisle. Have a good day.
Oh, yeah. The power that he has, Kitty Carlisle. Okay. You're right. The shipment came in and we missed out. Don't put either one of those on there, although you might put Wayne on there. Right?
A lot of people. Right. Power.
He's got a lot of passes. He gets in all the ballparks for free. He gets to go in the locker room there. Maybe that's what this guy had in mind. Go in the locker room, check out the guys. 5670560, pound 560 on the. In fact, I understand the rumor I'm hearing is that Wayne showers with the guys after every Dolphin victory. That could be wrong. I mean, Mo might have just made that up. WQAM, hello.
Neil, how's it going, man?
Pretty good.
I actually have two for your poll also.
Really? Just like the last guy, okay?
Yeah,
They're
pretty much.
Almost as good.
my first guy is actually two people almost. Any one of the Maloof brothers, I don't know if you know who those guys are.
No, I do not.
They're the owners of the Sacramento Kings.
Oh,
They're way out there. They own a couple of hotels in Las Vegas. Those guys are just constantly getting it. And my second guy, I'm sure someone's already said him though, Luis Miguel. I mean, that guy should have his Packer Browns and put up.
Okay, great. Luis Miguel, he said something about he's got that bronze complexion. Is that what he just said?
Right, from all the sun.
Right, from all that Mexican sun. Luis Miguel. Although, Luis, I'd lose an ounce or two if I were you because your rectum is getting to be king size, okay? It used to be a queen size, now it's like a king size. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. If you could be any famous living person for 1 year, who would it be? Hugh Hefner, 90. Bill Gates, 38. Tiger Woods has got...
About 30, man.
Tom Brady, 14. Britney Spears, 10. Ron Jeremy, 9. Johnny Depp, 7. George W.'s got 7. Peter North's got 5, and Ron Jeremy's got 9. Oh, my God. Woo! Rupert Murdoch, 5. Donald Trump, 3. How can Hugh Hefner have, 90, and Donald Trump's got 3?
One of those things.
And Donald Trump has even got his own TV show now, as embarrassing as it is.
You're fired.
Oh. Ricky Martin, 3. Miguel Cabrera, 3. Michael Douglas, 3. LeBron James, a pair. Brad Pitt's got one already. 0 for Pat Robertson. Joey Buttafuoco and Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod just went on 230 votes. Pretty weak response, but then again, it's a pretty weak poll question, and never mind. I thought it was excellent. I mean, see, I don't want to say, if you could be somebody else, right? Somebody famous, who would it be? But we're doing it only for 1 year. Because then you get this, oh, well, I'm real happy being who I am. See, then they'll say that. Do we believe them?
No.
But that's what they'll say. But just for 1 year. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got one for poll.
Yes, I am.
Rush
Go ahead.
Limbaugh.
Rush Limbaugh, okay. He wants to be a big, fat, pill-popping hypocrite. Rush Limbaugh, got it?
You don't have to be Rush to be one of those.
That's true. WQAM, hello.
Neil, hi.
Yes, sir.
Hey, if you got Ricky Martin on there, then the guy who's going to be getting the most action for the next year, I'd say, would be William Hung.
William Hung.
Yeah.
Answering the musical question is William William Hung. He sure can't sing, can he?
No. But he's
pretty. I love that one bit, though. What the hell is that?
I don't know.
I'll find it.
You get it up there.
I beg your pardon?
The bits I'm talking about.
Oh, man, this guy is looking for trouble in all the right places. And on just the right day, too. It's Paranoid Wednesday, folks. Can he sing or what? Oh.
Talk to me, tell me your name. You blow me off like it's all the same. You lay that fears and I'm taking away like it falls. Yeah, baby. She plays. Oh, baby, when she moves. I go crazy cause she moves like a clock, but she stays like a fiend. Like every girl in history. She plays.
There's a guy that's got his 15 seconds of fame, and all of a sudden he's a stupid star, man. Can't sing his way out of a paper sack, and he's probably getting some. 26 after 11 at 560 WQM. Hey, all you folks out there, please listen because this is very, very importante. Muy importante. Pompano Park has announced that they'll be racing all year long from now on. Now, that's news to pay attention to, but even more important is that coming up this Monday, April 5, is the last free spaghetti dinner night for the Pompano Park season, track and poker season. Got it? They're going to be racing all year long from now on. That is fantastic. Nice going, Dick, and Steve, and everybody else, and Brucey, and Kevin, and Wally. I'll forget Wally. That's right. The last free spaghetti night at the track is coming up this Monday, April 5. Free rolls in butter, free salad, and a free heaping plate of pasta with marinara sauce, all free. All you have to do is buy a Pompano Park program for this Monday, April 5, and get your free spaghetti dinner coupon good only this next Monday, April 5. Just a half mile from both I-95 and the Florida Turnpike, Pompano Park is easy to get to. And best of all, Pompano Park features free admission and free general parking every single day of your life. Live harness racing in the Polka Room every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Polka Room starts at noon, goes on till midnight. Live racing gets underway nightly at 7:05 p.m., including tonight. Pompano Park is also open every day, 7 days and nights a week for the best in simulcasting, harness, thoroughbred highlight action from all across North America for you to watch and plunge your guts on. Pompano Park, like I said, a block south of Atlantic Boulevard on Powerline Road. For the current race schedule, call 954-972-2000 or go on the web at pompanopark.com. Don't forget the last free spaghetti dinner of the season. Make a little hole in your puppet right now and save some room for it. Coming up this Monday, April 5 at Pompano Park.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Go back to Canada, you Jew bastard.
What the hell was that?
What will you do when I give some more juice? Will you back off and give me your
What is that all
land?
about? Did you hear anything?
What?
What? Can I get a what? Oh, look at that. I just knocked a button off. I've never done that before in my life. Well, I was busy reading all these important faxes here.
What will you do when I give some more juice? Will you back off and give me your land? Lend me a towel and I'll sing you a song, and I'll steal from you all that I can. Oh, I can choose with a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm bad news with a little help from my friends. I can't lose with a little help from my friends. What do I do when I blow Jews away? Oh, you love the smell of flesh and bone. Oh, yes, I do. I hope many die by the end of the day, as long as that death is not your own. Oh, no, I kill Jews with a little help from my friends. I'm bad news with a little help from my friends. Oh, I can't lose with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to kill. Could it be anybody? A Jew woman or kid 50 beer? Would you take land and then give up the fight? Oh yes, I tell them this crap all the time. Could you have peace with the Israeli might? I won't stop until the land is all mine. Oh, I kill Jews with a little help from my friends. I'm bad news with a little help from my friends. Oh, I can't lose with a little help from my friends. Yes, I'll kill you with a little help from my friends. With a little help from my friends. Praise the Allah, I'll kill you too.
Well, 32 at 560. That was my bad there. I leaned on it a little bit too hard in the button too. Let's see, Enrique Iglesias just because of Anna Kournikova, says Tom. Good point. Very good choice, Tom. I almost put Enrique on there instead of Tom Brady.
There you go.
But I figure that Tom is probably a bigger man in the world of sports. Here's one that says, how about Vanessa Paradise? A year of hot Deppen cider is nothing to complain about, is what it says here.
Paradise.
Paradiso? Cinema Paradiso? I have no idea how you pronounce that. Vanessa Paradis. Oh, by the way, don't forget what's her name is on our thing today, Terry Nunn. I do know who that is. And what was that thing I had about Berlin, about how they're going to, require them to remove religious symbols from the city? I'm going to go back and make sure that they do that. Let's see. Reference Donald Trump from Alfie. And you're right, Alfie. I saw that. It says in the financial section of the Sun Sentinel Day, there's an auditor's report that says Donald Trump's 5 casinos in Atlantic City are in serious trouble. In fact, the big headline says Trump Soros. Not my choice for many reasons, including that beaver he wears on his dome. Well, at least it's not a muskrat like the Moe Man wears. But anyway, here's one. It says Bill Clinton. That's what Kyle said. And then he's got a bunch of other rambling on here, which I'll ignore. I'll pretend I didn't see. Bill Clinton. That's a good choice. Right?
Yes, it is.
It's a magnificent choice. Why didn't we think of that? Here's one that says Neil Rogers. It says, with your quick wit, humor, intelligence, and your paycheck, excluding the homosexuality. And also, they didn't mention your looks. Although looks don't seem to qualify for Hugh Hefner, you know what I mean?
No.
And we've got some other pretty ugly people on this list. So they don't really care about that, about being ugly. They just figure if they look like... And Tiger Woods, he sure ain't nothing to look at. Wow. Ooh, man.
They can't pick and choose sexuality. If they want to be you, that's the gay you.
In fact, I think if Tiger Woods, if the spaceship lands, you'll find all of his kin hopping off. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking he's out of this world.
Those long-fingered aliens.
If you could be any famous living person for 1 year, who would you choose? Hugh Hefner, 94, Bill Gates, 40, Tiger Woods, 35, Tom Brady, only 19. Well, come on. You'd rather be Hugh Hefner than Tom Brady? Man. See, they don't get it. They don't understand it. They're clueless. I think heterosexual men must be a little bit confused, you know what?
Maybe.
They think that just because of his past fame and his past endeavors, that Hugh Hefner is going to get anything he wants.
They think he lives in a mansion full of Playboy bunnies.
Right, and he doesn't. That's ancient history. He probably lives in a nursing home. God. But that's okay. Tom Brady, 19. Ron Jeremy and Britney Spears are tied, 10. That is the most disgusting... we got to break that tie immediately. Get them separated. Johnny Depp, 8. Who is this? Who's this singing?
I never was into heavy metal. I didn't really like it.
That wasn't James Taylor, was it?
I'm fascinated by rap and by hip-hop. I think there's a lot of poetry.
Who are you kidding, Kerry, man? You talk about pandering.
A lot of social energy in it, and I think you better listen to it pretty carefully.
Oh, God. I liked him good in the Munsters, though. He was great. No, seriously, I'm only going to vote for Kerry 20 or 30 times because we got to get rid of Bush. But Kerry just, he leaves me very, very limp. Johnny Depp, 8, George W, 7, Donald Trump, 7, Peter North, 6. He's starting to make a little move on Ron Jeremy, and wait till he catches him. Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod's got 6. Well, there's the Pennsylvania poll. Bush, 46, Kerry, 40, Nader, 3. Is that pathetic? I mean, Gore won Pennsylvania. Bush, 46, Kerry, 40, and Nader, 3% in Pennsylvania. Maryland, Kerry, 48, Bush, 43, Nader don't show. Well, this is interesting. They just showed those two. That's it? That's all we're getting? Well, that was a good start. LeBron James, 5. Rupert Murdoch, 5. Michael Douglas, 5. Brad Pitt, 3. Ricky Martin, 3. Miguel Cabrera, 3. William Hung, 1. And look at all the people that don't have any. I always love it when people call in or fax any suggestions, and they get nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Wayne Huizenga, Luis Miguel, Rush Limbaugh, Pat Robertson, Vanessa Paradis. Oh, look at that. He wrote Paradise on there with an E. There's no E on the end of that. Bozo. And Joey Buttafuoco's also got none out of 281. Oh, there's Al Franken. Look at that. He's got that microphone all set up there in front of him. He's talking. He ain't on the air yet, but he's, I guess, doing a dry run. That's on Air America, which debuts today. Going to be able to hear it in South Florida?
No.
Can you hear Howard Stern in South Florida?
No.
Can you hear anything other than this show worthwhile?
No.
But anyway, we got the Marlin game. That's worthwhile, man. That's worth an hour and 10 minutes getting out of here. What a beautiful thing. We love the Marlins. They're the best. WQAM, hello.
Yes, this is Governor Clinton.
Yeah, okay. WQAM, hello.
Hey, can we still say butthole on the air?
I'll check. We'll check with West Coast. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil, it's got to be Jack Nicholson. He gets the women. He can act a little crazy.
Good choice. What's not to like? Jack Nicholson gets to all the Laker games for free, I'm sure. Jack Nicholson. Got it?
We got it.
Get it. 5670560, pound 560. Tomorrow, of course, is the big day. That's probably why Muff and Clarence are so nervous, why they're squeezing each other frantically, even more so than usual. Because tomorrow, 11:30 in the morning, that trend comes out. Now, it's not a whole rating book, you do understand, for you rating students out there in the audience. It's just a trend.
It's the second trend.
That is correct. But it's two-thirds of the winner book. These ratings operate, just never stop in the major markets, just keep rolling, just like CCR, rolling. And so we got like December, January, and February coming out tomorrow. And we're going to be dropping off that real bad November. We want to find out if we got any audience coming back. And if not, then we'll just play some music, you know?
Right.
A couple of years more music. Then that way we don't have to worry about any dirty words and all these bleeps and all this neurosis and psychosis going on. Yeah, everybody can just sit back and relax a little bit. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Well, we got another example yesterday of why you should never encourage kids to idolize retired sports heroes. Did you hear what Paul Hornung said?
No, I did not.
Oh, God. He says that the Notre Dame should drop its admission requirements in order to allow blacks to be able to come and play football there. In other words, blacks are too stupid to get into Notre Dame.
Blacks play in Notre Dame. What does that mean? There's plenty of blacks playing Notre Dame.
Of course there are, but he's saying there aren't enough. And the black athlete is much better, and we can't get him if we can't.
I see.
We don't lower our standards.
Well, touchdown Jesus, man. Touchdown Jesus. I don't think that's going to happen, but Paul Hornung can probably lay odds. He's a silly old doddering fool, okay? He's a silly old guy. He was one of those Packers back in the old days. Can we still say that?
No.
Gene in Fort Lauderdale says, subject for the poll. Well, how many? I don't get it. As one of your 10 women listeners, I'd like to help out getting a few more women onto your poll. Here are a few suggestions. I don't like all of the following, but I'm sure somebody does. I don't understand that. She's got a list. Pick the ones you want and disregard the rest. Thanks for all the support of StopFCC.com and MoveOn.org. Julia Roberts, Paris Hilton, Hader, Julianne Moore, Nicole Kidman, and Oprah Winfrey. This one is for George, it says. Oprah Winfrey. That's a good one to put on there, right? She's loaded. She's got $1 billion. She has no talent.
She's loaded and has a lot of money, too.
I think she's a dyke. I really do.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, this guy that she's been supposedly going to marry for the last... He's like a... He's a male beard, I think. I think she's a dyke. I mean, I don't know that for a fact. I doubt it. Now, let me ask you this. Here's the question. Now, I don't want an answer. It's a rhetorical question. What does Mark Foley, Charlie Crist, and Oprah Winfrey have in common? 20 till noon at 560 WQM. Hey, spring into savings right now and save like never before on a new car or truck from Armstrong's Toyota of Homestead. They're on US 1, just 20 minutes south of the 836. Armstrong's Toyota of Homestead is worth the drive no matter where you're hanging it out because they're going to save you thousands on great new Toyotas. Check out these great leases. An 04 Camry or 4Runner for just $269 a month for 48 months. How about an 04 Highlander, just $309 a month? Need a truck? How about an 04 Toyota Tundra, the safest truck in America, for just $179 a month for 48 months? These are just some of the savings going on right now at Armstrong's Toyota of Homestead. And with the total increases on people using cash on the Florida Turnpike, Armstrong's Toyota of Homestead will give you a free sun pass when you get that new car or truck as well. General Manager David Rich and his staff will do just about anything under the sun under the Plein Soleil. I always thought soleil meant sun in French.
Oui.
Well, how can Plein Soleil be purple moon?
I give up.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. General Manager David Rich and his staff, like I said, will make you a happy camper with that great new Toyota. Experience the Armstrong Toyota of Homestead difference. Locally owned and operated, they're committed to making you a happy camper. Their service department is open late to late weeknights to make sure they get your service work done for you. Easy to get to. They're at US 1 and 293rd in Homestead, just 20 minutes south of the old 836. So don't waste your time at those mega dealers or car giants who always do the same thing. They overpromise and then underdeliver. Do the smart thing. Call David Rich, the GM at Armstrong's Toyota of Homestead right now at 305-242-3247 for an unbeatable deal. 305-242-3247. Drive a little and save thousands on that great new Toyota at Armstrong's Toyota of Homestead.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Dr. Phil McGraw is our guest. I do yell at my children, and I don't know how to stop.
We'll talk about that more later. Now, let's go to your calls for Dr. Phil. And we start with Northport, New York. Hello.
Hi, Dr. Phil.
Hi, how are you?
I lost my job a few months ago, and kind of affecting my marriage. I've really been depressed about it. What would you prescribe?
Alcohol and drugs.
What? I don't know.
I'm contributing to the cause.
Oh, beautiful. Kearney, New Jersey. Hello.
Hey, boys, how's it hanging?
Fine.
Good.
Will you two kiss for me?
You're kidding.
No, I'm serious, you guys. I'm talking full tongue.
I don't mind doing that, but I'm not ashamed to say so.
Obviously.
You just lean forward. And
Yeah, that a boy, Larry. Woo! Get some, dog.
Go away.
11:45 at 560 WQM. Robert Shear, who's one of my favorite columnists, writes, Bush puts a cancer on the presidency. Watergate insider calls this White House scary. Worse Than Watergate, the title of the new book by John Dean, Richard Nixon's White House counsel, is a depressingly accurate measure of the chicanery of the Bush-Cheney cabal. According to Dean, who began his political life at the age of 29 as the Republican counsel on the House Judiciary Committee before being recruited by Nixon, this administration is truly scary and, given the times we live in, frighteningly dangerous. And when it comes to lies and cover-up, the Bush crowd makes the Nixon administration look like amateurs. As Dean writes, they've created the most secretive presidency of my lifetime, far worse than during Watergate. Dean knows what he's talking about. He was the one who dared tell Nixon in 1973 that the web of lies surrounding the Watergate break-in of the Democratic Party headquarters had formed a cancer on the presidency. When Dean went public about that conversation, the Nixon White House smeared him as a liar. Fortunately, the conversation had been taped and Dean was vindicated. The dark side of the current White House was on full display last week when top officials of the Bush administration took to the airwaves to destroy the credibility of a man who had honorably served Presidents Reagan, Clinton, and both Bushes. The character assassination of Richard Clarke, the former White House anti-terrorism chief, was far more worrisome than Nixon's smears of Dean because it concerned not petty crime in pursuit of partisan political ambition, but rather the attempt to deceive the nation and the world as to the causes of the 9/11 assault upon our national security and to justify an unnecessary war in Iraq. First, Bush's aide suggested that Clarke had invented the meeting in which Clarke said the president pressured him to find a link between the 9/11 attack and Iraq, ignoring Clarke's insistence that intelligence agencies had concluded that no such link existed. But on Sunday, National Security Advisor Condoleezza Rice was forced to admit that Bush had pressed Clarke on an Iraq connection. This backed up earlier assertions by former Treasury Secretary Paul O'Neill as to Bush's obsession with Iraq from the very first days of his administration at the expense of focusing on Osama bin Laden and al-Qaeda. That the Bush lies didn't work this time may be just because too many veterans of the U.S. intelligence community are finding their voices and are willing to denounce an administration that has seriously undermined the nation's security. They are speaking out as 23 former CIA and other defense intelligence agents did in Robert Greenwald's devastating documentary Uncovered. They have stepped forward, as did David Kaye, Bush's former chief weapons inspector in Iraq. This is an administration that's been dominated by the neoconservative ideologues who condemned the logical restraint of the first Bush administration on foreign policy as a betrayal of the national interest. These neocons have made a horrible mess of things, but that gives them no pause. They went to war with a nation that had no weapons of mass destruction and few connections to terrorism, but have coddled Pakistan, which sponsored the Taliban and al-Qaeda, and which recently was revealed as the source of nuclear weapons technology for North Korea, Iran, and Libya. The president's team is wrong to believe its outrageous lies can continue to lull the gullible public. Nixon's lies won him a second election, but then he lost the country. Bush smiles better than Nixon, but when the lies are exposed, the smile turns into a character-revealing smirk. That happened last week when the White House released photos of a skit performed for the amusement of jaded media heavyweights in which the president pretended to look under his desk for the missing weapons of mass destruction. This may have amused his cynical audience, but to the general public, the carefully lip-synced policy pronouncements of the man who cried wolf has morphed into a sick joke, writes Robert Shear in the L.A. Times. It's on our website. And even the Republican so-called pundits, a lot of members of Congress are saying, the business about talking about Condoleezza not testifying and executive privilege and all this crap, they may have held some water before they trotted her out to be the hatchet person, the hatchet dog on all the Sunday morning talk shows and on 60 Minutes. If everything was so secretive, how come it was okay for her to be out there, spewing her propaganda? Condoleezza. I think just to work up Muff and Clarence today, and I think that they deserve it. Let's play the original unexpurgated Condoleezza right now. Here we go. Here we go. Over and over again. Till baseball time. Right.
White House.
Right. Singing that happy tune rhymes with June and moon, as in purple moon. Soleil, Plein Soleil? With Alain Delon. If you could be, how about Alain Delon? That's right, he's 68 years old now. He probably ain't getting any.
No.
If you could be any famous living person for 1 year, who would it be? Hugh Hefner, who just turned 95, has got 100 votes. Bill Gates, 44. Tiger Woods, 41. Tom Brady, 20. Brad Pitt, 15. Brad's moving up nicely. He's moving up real fast. Britney Spears, 13. Johnny Depp, 11. Ron Jeremy, 11. Oh, look at that. Peter North's got 10. He's right on Ron's ass. George W.'s got 10. Donald Trump, 9. A-Rod's got 8. Michael Douglas, 7. Rupert Murdoch, 7. LeBron James got 6. Miguel Cabrera, 4. Ricky Martin, 4. Bill Clinton, 3. William Hung, 2. I think he should be. Luis Miguel won, Enrique Iglesias won, Jack Nicholson won. None yet for Rush Limbaugh, Pat Robertson, Vanessa Paradis with an E on the end, which it still don't belong there. Joey Buttafuoco, Wayne Huizenga, and Oprah. Oprah don't have any. Huh. I guess there aren't any women out there who'd like to be a no-talent bitch that's worth $1 billion.
I would.
Who can go on TV and just instantly, like millions of American women, just, if she snaps her fingers, they say, okay, when do I jump and how high? That's what goes on with that Oprah. Huh?
Since the question is just for a year and I get to come back to my old body, I'll be Oprah for a year, sure.
Sure, and probably stash away, like I said, some of them Swiss bank accounts, few hundred million. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How can you go wrong if you're P. Diddy?
What did you just say?
How can you go wrong if you're P. Diddy?
Oh, P. Diddy. Needs a little articulation.
There are all kinds of
P.
lines
Diddy.
you could have said there, but yeah.
Oh, no. He said, how can you go wrong if you're P. Diddy? Well, speaking of Lucy Liu. Boy, that was bad when Eric overslept this morning because it meant that picture was on there longer than usual, which was I don't find her even the least bit attractive. Okay, I mean I put her in the category of guys who anything that's got the right body parts, and that doesn't make any difference what they look like, what her face is. Just as long as she's got them certain body parts, those are the guys, Josh, who are like Lucy Liu. She's a beast. She's nasty. In fact, Clarence said he'd take the beast first. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, got something to talk to Neil about.
Speaking.
Yeah, any hot rich lesbian.
Okay, great. Any hot rich lesbian? WQAM, hello. Maybe you meant Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah, QAM, hello.
Fuck you!
Now, that wasn't our friend, was it?
No.
The one that usually goes like that? No. I think that was maybe one of his boyfriends.
Didn't he say Fox News?
Yeah, Fox News. 567-0560, pound 560 on the 18. In fact, I should have let him say Heather. Maybe that's who he'd like to be, Fox News Heather. Huh? And back at you, Pally. Have a great life. We only got an hour to go until that ballgame. We better get in 40 million calls between now and then. WQAM, hello. Too late, too slow. QAM, hello.
I would like to be Britney Spears and just let it be known that she will be a lesbian.
Okay, great. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. See, they're taking something very simple. They're making it complicated.
They're taking something.
We don't need all of these additions. Let it be known that she's a lesbian to get all these hot babes. Yeah, Britney Spears is already on there, sir. Britney's climbing up the list. She's almost on Tom Brady's ass. She's got 13. She's moving right up there with Brad Pitt and Tom Brady. And who wouldn't want to sit and watch that? And maybe jump right in. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line on all bleep radio. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Pally.
Yes, Pally, how you doing?
All right, Neil. Long time, 20-plus year listener.
Hiya, Pally.
Hey, I got a question. Who the hell would want to be Wayne Huizenga for a year?
Bald and pockmarked, man.
Good Lord. Listen, I've got one for your Paul.
I think, though, he built the respect of the public by calling and bitching out Moe and Geldie this morning. I think they like him a little better now.
Yeah, well, let's see how they do when the Dolphins season starts.
I think they join out, yeah. And the fact that Jay Fiedler is still on that roster, I find that so unconscionable. Basically, it says to me they're going to forfeit this season.
Well, they have to have a quarterback controversy, it seems, and this is part of it. But enough sports. I'll tell you who I'd like to be for a year. Before he went to prison, I'd like to be John Gotti for 1 year.
Yeah.
In South Florida. I'd come down and I'd take over the dump truck business. I'd get 50 points on $1 and take over the dump truck business in this town and put these Cubans out of business. I love you, Neil. God bless America.
Put Wayne out of business, too. Okay, good luck to you, pal. The only problem is John Gotti. Famous living person? No. Too late. Just missed. Oh, and guess what I saw last night?
I give up. What did you see last night?
On the Biography channel. I love that channel. I just absolutely am obsessed with that channel.
It's a good channel.
In fact, what's on it right now? Let me take a peek. During the daytime, Wallace Simpson. Is she kin to Kevin Wallace? Wallace Simpson. Oh, she was the Duchess of Windsor. Remember King Edward VIII gave up the throne so he could be the queen? Or she could be, or something like that.
No, I don't know about them queens.
Yeah, you remember that. You're reading about that. Well, anyway, so last night I saw the biography of Chuck Barris.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about him.
His name was Charles Hirsch Barris.
Okay.
His father was a dentist. They were very Jewish, and his mother her family was loaded, but then in the Depression they lost all their money. But anyway, so now what was the name of the movie that they made about him?
The Gong Show movie?
No, about his autobiography.
Oh, that one.
They bought the autobiography out, and it was George Clooney directed and was in it.
Right, the one where he's a spy.
Right, the one where he claimed to be, and nobody knows whether it's true or not. He was a CIA spy and killed 33 people. Because I had seen that movie, I had heard of those rumblings about how he claimed all of these things. But anyway, so the biography thing was really great last night. It was a good show, and of course they talked about the dating game and how in its day, back in the day, how revolutionary and outrageous those shows were. And it made me think a little bit about all of these things that are going on right now.
All of these things.
Yeah. During the break, check your email. I sent you a funny thing.
A funny thing?
Yeah, and then it links to other funny things that I might buy.
Oh. Well, Muff was saying this morning, he's got a funny thing. 11:56 at 560 WQAM. When you shop for quality footwear, great selection, and professional service, there's only one place to go, and that's Brandy Shoes in Pompano. At Brandy Shoes, you'll find the biggest selection of men's and women's shoes, the best service, and the best prices in town, period. That's why people keep going back. At Brandy's, you find the top quality names in the shoe business like Rockports, Florsheim, SAS, Sperry, Timberland, Naturalizer, and lots more. And with Brandy's humongous selection, I guarantee I'll bet you Duck's life on it right now. And I'll throw in clearance, too, that whatever you need, they got that style in your size. It's sitting on the shelf waiting to slap on your feet right now. Find out why most of Brandy's customers not only keep coming back, but usually buy several pair on each visit. Brandy's is open daily 9 to 9, Sundays 10 to 5. You'll find them at 1290 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Always worth a trip no matter where you are. And right now is an even better time than usual to save at Brandy's, which means that all men's and women's famous brand name shoes are on special sale. Stop by or visit them on the web at Brandy's Shoes. That's with 2 F's, brandyshoes.com.
And local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
And Homeland Security, Tom Ridge, advising you to put duct tape on your radio when I raise the warning color to pink for the Neil Rogers 12 to 1 hour.
Coming soon to a cinema near you, it's the greatest romantic comedy in the history of film. Hugh Grant is a bumbling twit.
Well, if I may, I hope I'm not being too forward. That is to say...
The London Times says a bumbling twit is so lifelike that no more film should ever be made, as they would only pale in comparison to this brilliant piece of twit-headed typecasting.
If I may be so bold as to ask you, and I understand that I'm tying up traffic by standing here in the middle of the street, but I'd very much like to ask you...
If you see only one Hugh Grant movie this year, then you certainly won't need to see this one, because he's playing the exact same twit he plays in all his movies.
See, I'm glad that you agreed to have dinner with me, and, well, there's something I've been meaning to... Well, that is to say, I find you to be quite fetching, and...
You think Elizabeth Hurley left him because of that whole Divine Brown deal? No, she left him because Hugh Grant is a fumbling twit, now playing in selected cities.
I do rather hope you'll come to see me in a fumbling twit. That is to say, if you don't mind my being somewhat cheeky...
Oh, for the love of God, would you shut up?
Oh, well, all right then, I suppose...
That's a cute thing. In fact, I'm trying to print it out right now. I think it should print out when in doubt. But at any rate, that email you just sent me about is President Bush a homo?
Yeah, and the links to the Betty Bowers merchandise, there's some great things there. And
Are there really?
Yeah. T-shirts.
Now, are they on auction now on the WQM.com?
No, but we can link them.
I think we just invented another revenue stream for our friends at Beasley over there in Naples. This is cute. Baptists are saving homosexuals. B-A-S-H. Bash. That's a beautiful thing. How many pages is this, George? Good golly, Miss Molly. Let's see. Teresa Hines for a year, says somebody here. I'd like to be Teresa Hines. Okay?
Oh.
Well, they got to start slow, but then maybe they'll catch up. Anyway. Is President Bush a homo? Baptists are saving homosexuals. Ask what conservative Christians throughout America are demanding to know. January 2000. And does she have the thing in here where he was holding hands with Prince Bondar? I guess they left that out. January 2004, Mr. Bush wandered over during Mr. Scott Reed, senior strategist to Canadian Prime Minister Paul Martin's chat with the Prime Minister. Mr. Reed introduced himself and shook hands with President Bush. The President chuckled. Well, you got a pretty face, he told his surprised Mr. Reed. He wasn't done. You got a pretty face. You're a good-looking guy, better looking than my Scott anyway, meaning Scott McClellan. Wow. That's from the Toronto Globe and Mail, January 16, 2004. I remember talking about it at the time. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
It says, we at Baptist Saving Homosexuals have bashed enough so-called gays with the blunt love of Jesus to know how to spot deviants across a crowded sale at Saks. Outside of Italian shoes, nothing sends up a rainbow-colored flare that you're dealing with a flaming homosexual more reliably than when a man breathlessly gushes the word fabulous.
Absolutely correct, sir.
When a Christian lady hears this word outside of her hair salon or floor, she instinctively reaches for the Bible tracts in her purse because she knows a Nancy boy is within throwing range. 3 months after the World Trade Center towers went down, George W. Bush quoted, "It's been a fabulous year for Laura and me." Therefore, conservative Christians throughout the land have become increasingly uncomfortable as they dutifully mask each awkward pause with a flurry of polite applause and yells of more wars during President Bush's somewhat laborious attempts at speaking. While Tony Blair may have mastered the Queen's English, our President's vocabulary calls to mind any number of Queen's English. Even our least vigilant Republican social commandos have noticed that Mr. Bush has been peppering his otherwise delightful litany of patriotic jingoism and pleasantly embroidered CIA intelligence recaps with the effeminate mating call, fabulous, 3 giddy syllables that are tantamount to coyly cooling. Hello, sailor. Oh, that is absolutely unbelievable.
Fabulous.
And if I look for it, I can probably find it.
Hey, sailor!
And we'll prevail because we're a fabulous nation, and we're a fabulous nation because we're a nation full of fabulous people. Quote from George Bush in Atlanta, January 31st, 2002. And it goes on and on. This goes on forever. It says, everyone in our prissy president's acquaintance appears to be doing a fabulous job. Again, his lovely wife, Laura, what a fabulous job she's doing. His brother and collusive heir apparent, Jeb, he's done a fabulous job. And on goes the whole list. Cute. We're going to put that on the website? Sure, why the hell not?
BettyBowers.com.
Along with Terry Nunn. BettyBowers.com, or we can put a link to it, or we can put that up, whatever we want. Whatever we want to do, we'll do it. 5670560. Tomorrow's a big day. We're going to, hopefully tomorrow we'll have the deal where you can start getting some money in for that newspaper ad for StopFCC.com. Save our free speech. And also tomorrow, of course, 11:30, that trend comes out.
All right.
And of course, seriously, that's why some people are very walking around on eggshells. Some people who should know better than to get over emotional about these things, but nevertheless. I sure hope they're not counting on us anymore. Now that they've curtailed all of our free speech so badly, don't be counting on us. We're just doing the best we can under very limited circumstances. If you could be any famous living person for 1 year, who would it be? We asked today on NeilRogers.com. A highly unpopular poll question. Too bad. I liked it. 403. I thought it was fun, but these people don't get it. Hugh Hefner, 114. 114 guys out there want to be a doddering old man sitting there reaching out for the Viagra, not finding it. Bill Gates, 51. Tiger Woods, 45. Tom Brady, 28. Brad Pitt's moving right up on Tom's butt, 24. Britney Spears, 17. A-Rod, 13. Johnny Depp, 13. Oh, hallelujah. Peter Norris pulled into a flat-footed tie with Ron Jeremy, 12 apiece. Donald Trump, 10. George W., 10. Bill Clinton, 9. LeBron James, 8. Rupert Murdoch, 7. Michael Douglas, 7. Jack Nicholson, 5, and it goes from there. Oprah's got a pair, finally. William Hungy's even got a pair. Oh, look at that. Are you on CNN? Look at the look on her face. And that. What a, oh, God.
At this point,
what a nasty put him on that bitch, Condoleezza. She's got that scowl. Oh,
yeah,
nasty
I don't know what these
scowl.
Yiddish words mean you're using.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Wow.
Talk to Judy Dean. She'll explain it. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Uncle Neil.
How you doing?
Great. I have a woman's point of view for your poll.
Okay.
I would definitely love to be Johnny Depp's wife for a year.
What's her name?
Don't know her name.
No, yeah, you do. Everybody, who's she married? Who's it married to?
Who was? A French actress / model.
Okay, we'll find it out. We'll research it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Oh, come on. We know who that is.
I don't.
Johnny Depp's...
Josh is researching it.
Okay, research it. You're going to be embarrassed when you find out.
It's not Kate Moss. He used to be going with her. But...
No, it's not Kate Moss. It's not Kate Winslet either. Maybe it's Kate Smith. 5670560, pound
Harry
560.
Smith.
Who is it?
Harry Smith.
We haven't got this yet?
No.
Boy.
It's going to be a project.
WQM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I have one for your poll.
Okay.
All right. The great Neil God.
Yeah, we already, somebody said that. I don't think any put it on there, though.
I might have tuned in too late.
Probably. Thanks,
all right,
Colin.
Neil. See ya.
Geez, I know who he's married to. Now, why don't you look up IMDb, just look up Johnny Depp with a bio, it'll tell you who he's married to. How long can this take? How many minutes?
About 30, man.
Can this possibly take to find out the name of Johnny Depp's wife, which all of us already know who he's married to, right?
We do.
Let's do it by process of elimination. It ain't Oprah.
The other wife, you know.
It isn't Joan Rivers.
It's not Anna Kournikova.
It's not Terry Nunn. It's not Janet Jackson. He's still working on this? This is our computer wizard. He's still working on finding Brad Pitt's wife?
I'm reading on some site that...
Yeah, I know. You probably found some pictures is what you probably found. And I know which one it was, too. WQAM, hello.
Yes, is this Neil Rogers?
Yes, sir, speaking.
Yes, I'd like to be Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Oh, that might have been the girl with the eyes right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
David Cassidy's girlfriend. 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. These people are a panic today, man. They got the happy pills came in. I love it. Too bad that the happy pills didn't get in with our programming department this morning. That's the last time. You know something? Next time they pull that, I'm just going to get up and walk into the other room. Going to turn on my TV in there, sit down, put my feet up on a coffee table, and you'll let me know when they're gone, okay? Because I'm not going to do that no more. Right before the show. That was just sad.
Something.
Have to go through a long, agonizing thing about a bleep over a word that isn't even being said. A bleep over silence.
Vanessa Paradis?
Who is it?
Vanessa Paradis.
Vanessa Paradis, who we have on the list.
Already.
Are you sure that's how you pronounce her name?
I'm telling you.
Why do you say Paradis?
Because that's how it's spelled.
How about Paradat?
Dis or dad.
That's what Larry King says, Paradis, Paradat. He is tragic. Hey, snap them suspenders one more time, Larry. Attaboy. Hugh Hefner, 117. Nobody's going to catch the Hefnermeister. They're living in the past, man. They don't get it. Bill Gates, 54, and Tiger Woods, 46. It's a one-horse race so far. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Pretty good.
I got a little request, and that's David Cassidy to put on your list.
David Cassidy. Why would you want to be David Cassidy?
He's living down here in Fort Lauderdale, living a big life.
Yeah.
And that's about all I got.
Okay, thanks. He wants to be David Cassidy. Maybe he can hang out with the guy with the eyes. Speaking of that, that was good timing. Yeah, I like David Cassidy. He's all right. What?
He's got one date lined up anyway.
Will you stop? Will you stop with that faggery stuff? Oh, and by the way, let me ask you this question. I don't want you to answer it.
All right.
Mark Foley, Congressman Mark Foley.
Okay.
Attorney General Charlie Crist of the state of Florida. And Rock Hudson. What do they share in common?
All dead.
Okay, now if you're thinking about that one, Charlie Crist, Mark Foley, and Tony Perkins. Remember him from Psycho?
Sure.
What do the three of them have in common?
Dark hair.
Okay. Charlie Crist, Mark Foley, and Norma Kent. What do the three of them have in common? Again, just stop and think about this. Just fantasize about this all day long. It'll come to you finally.
All right.
I mean, it might be a little slow. Here's another one. No, let me stop. I don't want to use them all up in one day. It's going to be really interesting if in the state of Florida we get this thing, because state by state, although we already have the prohibition on gay marriages, but if that issue really becomes like a hot button kind of thing in Florida, and if people decide they want to start marrying all over the place, besides in Key West, of course, where we know there are a bunch of heathens anyway. But what's going to happen when Charlie Crist might have to make a ruling on that? Huh?
I don't know.
He might have to call up Dick Cheney and see how he did it. Hey, how's your New Year's resolution going? It's April 1 tomorrow, no fooling, but boy, fourth of the year's gone already. And you're still fat, and you're not making any progress, Lottie. I guarantee you, I can relate to that. Well, it's just too darn difficult to stick with a lot of those diet programs, but with Balance for Life, they make it easy because you don't have to go into the supermarket and figure out what to buy, first of all, because they do all that for you. There's no shopping, no cooking, no cleaning, no calorie counting, no carbohydrate counting for sure. Balance for Life is based on Dr. Barry Sears' The Zone Diet, and they deliver right to your door a little black sack. And there's nothing like a little black sack because inside, all the delicious fresh goodies that you want for the entire day to keep you full and happy. 5 feedings, no less. 3 meals, 2 snacks every day, right to your doorstep. People are losing an average of 12 to 18 pounds a month with Balance for Life. The Zone Diet's proven to lower your blood sugar, lower high cholesterol, and high blood pressure, too. So, what's not to like? And if you ever wanted to try the South Beach diet, here's your chance, because Balance for Life is the closest thing you'll ever find. It's the only meal delivery company that offers you menu choices that let you go from Phase 1 to Phase 3 of the South Beach diet. The most difficult thing you'll have to do all week is just fill out that little menu. That's it. You fax it back to them, and you pick out from 2 choices for every meal and snack on the deal all week long. So if you're tired of all the other fad diets, you haven't lost the weight yet, you owe it to yourself to try Balance for Life. It could be the difference between being out there and losing that weight or being in a box. Feel the difference, see the results on the scale right away. Call 1-866-225-4543. In fact, we got something new we're going to be auctioning off on that Beasley deal. It's called Beast in a Box. Call toll-free 1-866-225-4543 or check them out online at balanceforlife.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Pit God.
All right. Administrations to be respected. Very good. We may continue.
Club 17 at 560, WQM, home of the free, and used to be land of the brave and the free speech, but not anymore. But we have some really nifty auctions that we got on our QM.com website.
Yeah.
Bogus. We got the Marlins on deck at 12:50 this afternoon. Your beloved world champion Florida Marlins. Brad Penny, Josh Beckett, Miguel Cabrera, Mike Lowell, Lowell Thomas, old Jack McKeon, who just turned 110 today. Happy birthday, Jack. Let's see, Tom says for 1 year, I'd like to be Tommy Lee. He's not married, he plays drums, he's rich, and with that, watch out, ladies. P.S. For all that, I could live with the tattoos. Nice going, Tom. Tommy Lee. And, of course, he was with Pamela Lee back in the day when she actually looked human for a little bit. For about how many seconds?
About 30, man.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of the Marlins, got some bad news. Oh, no, don't be the bearer of ill tidings.
What? The game isn't rained out, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not that bad.
Oh.
The Florida Marlins may be world champions, but they're not likely to get state help with building a new stadium this year. Dang. It's certainly dead for this year, Senate President Jim King, Republican of Jacksonville, said yesterday. It's too late in the game. It would look like we're just pushing something through. Yeah, we got something you can push through. King's comments, coming only a day before the legislature, will honor the team for its world title, didn't dampen the hopes of team officials who still see a $60 million state sales tax break as the key to building a new team home. It's important for the future of baseball in South Florida that we hold out hope, said David Sampson, the team's silly president. He said his goal is to keep the team in Florida, and that goal will not go away till the gavel goes down on the last day of the session. Still, King's opposition will likely kill any effort this year to help the team, despite Governor Jeb Bush's support of the idea. If King says it's dead, if he's going to block it, it's dead, said House Majority Leader Marco Rubio, Republican of Miami, noting there are fewer than 4 weeks left in the session. If nothing happens this session, it'll be because the team started too dang late. Oh, that's right, Jeff Conine. How they come back to the scene of the crime. Jeff Conine, one of the original Marlins, I think. Wasn't he on a very original team?
Yeah.
Hey, I was there. I used to be a Marlin fan for about 5 minutes. Till I went out to the ballpark and listened to the idiots who went to the games, and oh, God.
He's got to go back and tag up at first before he takes his lead again, before the catcher scratches his privates.
Oh, They had no clue what it's all about. That's why one of the reasons why nobody shows up at the Marlin games, because unless they're like, winning every game. Plus it's boring. Oh, and Juan Pierre, the stolen base leader from 2003. Several Marlins officials and players will be in Tallahassee today to be honored by the House and Senate, along with David Sampson, Jeffrey Luria, Larry Beinfest, and Jack McKeon. Don't forget your Feldine, Jack. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. If you could be any famous living person for 1 year, who would it be? Hugh Hefner, 125. Bill Gates, 55. Tiger Woods, 51. Tom Brady's got
30, man.
Brad Pitt, 27. Britney Spears, 19. Johnny Depp, 18. Alex Rodriguez, 16. Look at that. Johnny Depp is creeping right up on Britney. Who wouldn't want to witness that?
Look out.
Look out now, honey. Bill Clinton, 15. Ron Jeremy, 15. Peter North, 13. Ron continues holding a slim lead. He's probably voting over and over again. Got nothing else to do. You're grotesque, Ron. Okay, you're disgusting and gross. George W. 10, Rupert Murdoch 8, Michael Douglas 8, LeBron James has got $8 billion. Jack Nicholson 6, Miguel Cabrera 5, Ricky Martin 5, Oprah's got 4, I got 3. Yeah. How do you like that? I got 3. George don't have any yet. Nobody wanted to be you.
No, I don't make
Wait till
any
they
money.
see your picture. I just went up to 4. I'm going to tie with Oprah. Ever see us together?
No.
Same person. William Hung 2, Enrique 2, Puff Daddy 2, P. Diddy. Louis Miguel 2, Vanessa Paradis, still with an E on there, Josh. He's militant about that. 1.
No,
She's married to Johnny. What?
Type the instructions to Eric there to change it. I watched him do it.
Oh, in other words, he can't change it, only Eric can do that?
No, he can only add, not subtract.
Well, why is that? Come on, Eric, loosen up the purse strings a little bit there. Loosen up the coattails, you militant Nazi bastard up there in Orlando. Let Josh do the thing and quit the,
software limitation.
Why is that? Based on what? I don't believe you.
Based
anyway,
on Josh would have to go back to college to learn how to do it.
Wayne has got 1. Wayne Huizenga, Baldy, old pockmark man. Pat Robertson 1, Tommy Lee 1. None yet for David Cassidy, Joey Buttafuoco, or Rush. Nobody wants to be Rush. How come?
I'd be Rush for a year. He's got bucks.
He's got some big bucks. He's got all the right connections, too. Yeah, you'd love to be Rush. She'll get you in touch with Wilma and some other good contacts.
Get some of those
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good?
Pretty good, pretty good. Hey, you don't like the Florida Marlins, man. You know why that is?
Yeah, I know. Because you're an idiot. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I have the name. Matt Damon.
Matt Damon's not a bad idea.
There you go.
Okay, thanks a lot, Pally. Matt Damon. You never know. Speaking of that, let me say Charlie Crist, Mark Foley, state representative from Palm Beach, and Matt Damon. The three of them have something in common, and you think about what it might be. I don't want to hear it now.
All right.
Think about your answer, okay? One of these days when you least expect it, I'm going to have you answer the question. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing terrific.
Excellent.
Well, the reason why I'm calling is because I want to tell you that you're a big fat.
Okay, great. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've got one for your list.
Okay.
I can't think of the guy's name, but instead of Hugh Hefner, the young guy who started that Girls Gone Wild business, the tapes that you see on TV.
What's the name of that young guy that started the Girls Gone Wild business, George?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
He's living the high life.
Yeah.
And I would not mind being him for a year.
Okay, well, let's find out what his name is, then we can put him on the poll. Or we can just put on there the young guy that started that Girls Gone Wild thing.
That guy could find out who his name is before he calls.
That would be a really good idea. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Are the kids out of school today or what? Or is it just all the pills got spread around?
No, it's just, the ship came
Somebody
in.
dropped a load on the ground. It just fell all over the place, and people are picking them up and popping them in like Pez.
They didn't share
like
with us.
M&Ms. I think some of these callers need a good enema myself. Oh, that's right, WQAM, hello. WQAM, hola.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, no one rips them better, man. You're the best.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You haven't skipped.
What do you got for us, Pally?
I was going to tell you that for your poll, Mark Cuban, not to pander to the audience, but he's pretty rich and young.
He's got a big mouth, yeah.
And a sports dude.
There you go, Mark Cuban. Okay, thanks a lot, Pally. Plus, they'll like him because he's Cuban. Well, 5670560, pound 5. How about Bob Cuban and the, what was that song? Bob Kuban and the Boca Brian's angry with me right now because I should know that right off the top of my head. The cheater, wasn't that it?
I don't know. He'll confirm it.
Oh, come. Where's my book?
Give him 7 seconds.
By now you're aware the Federal Communications Commission...
That's great. Yeah, every time we have a little pause, we'll play a word block. Because Duff has got a mental block. Be sure and put a lot of bleeps in there, too, okay, even though the words aren't being spoken. That has got to be one. I thought that the auction yesterday was the low point in the history of QAM. This was so much worse. When you told me that, well, actually, I got an email from Boca Brian last night from ongecocked.com.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about it. Then
Bob Kuban and the Inman, the cheater. It was number 12 in February 19, 1966. I wish I had it here. I would play it. In fact, I bet you it's on that one of those one. During the next break, I'm going to look around and see if I got it. Remember we did the one-hit wonders thing, and we're sorry we did it?
Yeah. Oh, I had fun.
Bob Kuban, the cheater. Oh, yeah, no, I enjoyed it. The audience hated it, though. It's like this poll today. There's nothing wrong with it. We don't get it. What does it mean, you know? And obviously a lot of them aren't getting it, which is why so many of them want to be Hugh Hefner and everybody else who's getting laid a lot, because basically they ain't. 26 past noon, we got the Marlin game in about a half an hour, boy. Our favorite team, the Florida Marlins. They'll kick some ass, and on that field, there's a lot of grass. There's a lot of grass on that field, isn't there? It's not really grass. Or they may be smoking some. Hey, if they were like the Hurricanes back when I did the games, they'd be smoking a lot of grass. Good stuff. Hey, listen, it's the last mortgage you'll ever need. It's the only one, Mortgage from Financial Group. The benefits are incredible. They're absolutely...
Incredible.
You pay zero closing costs, zero application fee, zero credit bureau fee, and even zero discounted points. Get yourself that new low interest rate of just 1.25%. If you have a $100,000 loan, your payments are a mere $334 a month. If you have a $200,000 loan, you pay only $668 a month. And don't forget, once you refinance or get a new home mortgage from Financial Group, you'll never, ever pay closing costs again. So call this toll-free number right now, and they'll explain to you how this works. Call 1-866-395-LEND. Get the low-rate mortgage you deserve, then move to your next property with no further cost or expense. You pay zero underwriting fees, zero doc fees, zero closing costs, even when you move to another property. Get that new low-rate financing of just 1.25%. It's called the only one mortgage, and it's from the Financial Group. You'll never pay closing costs again. Call them today. What's not to like? Call 1-866-395-LEND. That's 1-866-395-LEND. They're an equal housing lender. Restrictions apply. Rates subject to change monthly. 4.21 APR.
Live and local. This is 560. Radio's all yours now. QAM.
We're the flagship station.
Oh! Hillary from Little Rock, Arkansas. Y'all get idea from Tiffagore. Move to New York and run for senator. All through the state, people shout your name. Hillary! You will never beat Giuliani. No, sir! The idea seems so silly. Hillary from Arkansas. Miss Hillary from Arkansas. Right out of a cornfield on the hall. Husband Billy is a naughty boy. When you leave the house, he'll jump for joy. White water now just a memory. Hillary! Generino doesn't have a clue. No, sir! You and Bill are so damn slippery. Hillary from Arkansas. I think you should run, honey. Well, hell yes, I do. I think you should devote all your time to it. And I'll just, I'll stay home, you know. I'll take care of things. Taking care of business. I'm a BTO fan, man. It's Hillary from Arkansas. It's the damnest thing I ever saw. You're a sweaty little goofy dog. 'Cause you never had this in New York. So change your mind running Illinois. Hillary! We don't believe that you're a Yankee fan. No, sir! You're a dope beating bad Democrat. Hillary from Arkansas. H-I-L-L-A-R-Y. Hillary! Hillary!
12:32 at 560 WQM. We're getting so close to ball game time, you can almost smell the shoe leather, can't you?
Yeah, I can feel it.
You can almost smell something.
I can hear
and
it.
of course, back in the day, I would have played a little drop in right there. But now, if I hit that, it goes
moron
like that. Or if I hit one of these, it goes
all of these things.
Yeah. Or even
Absolutely correct, sir.
or
Oh, my God.
where those sounds used to be, those fart sounds that we can't play no more because that's it's I don't know, unclean, unacceptable. It's in very poor taste. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's Jacob. How are you?
Pretty good, Jacob.
Good. Listen, I haven't spoken to you since the election last year, and I'm wondering who you're going for this year, whether it's Bush or Kerry.
The election last year?
Oh, not last year, in 2000. Sorry about that. I'm driving.
You listen to this show and you have to ask me who I'm going to vote for, Jacob?
I haven't been able to listen because I work inside now.
I'm voting for Kerry 45 times, Jacob. I'm voting for Kerry 100 times.
You think so?
I know so. You have to ask me this question, Jacob?
No, I'm just wondering, Neil. Can you do me a favor? I have a shameless request.
Yeah.
Can you, the FAGs?
Can't play that no more. No chance.
Oh, no?
Good luck, you, Jacob. Have a great life, okay? Get back in touch with reality. Wow. That is scary. 5, 6, 7. Oh, we can play a little bit of it. Can we?
As much as, yeah.
What is that? What is that under? Here come. Is that under Here Come the FAGs? I can't say that
This
is.
might be the F.
No, it's under the. It's under. Okay, just relax now. We've got plenty of time till the ball game. We've got a couple of minutes. There's the F word. We certainly can't play that no more. We can play the Bible Says and the Clintons and the Cockamoon song. I think we can play. We can play a little bit of this. Here you go. I think that's about it.
Here come the FAG. The FAG.
Okay, that's as far as that's going. Jacob obviously is so out of touch he doesn't realize that freedom of speech is dead in America. You see, while America was sleeping, the FCC and the government came in one day and says, oh, you can't say, and you can't say, and all of a sudden, like 90% of the stuff we used to play, we can't play no more. See, that's why we're doing a StopFCC.com deal, which I noticed today Florida's really sucking wind and not doing much on there at all. Really sad. Just when we had a chance to overtake Texas today, we're right on their big fat Texas ass. 18, we're 170 behind. Well, that's not too bad. Florida's in third place out of all of the states. The overall petition drive so far, we got 131,372. Nice job again, Scott. And don't forget now, he's added that link, which I think is fabulous. Where you can, fabulous. See, there I go again. That's my faggery coming out again. Yay. Just like El Presidente. So anyway, what did Neil Rogers and Mark Foley and Charlie Crist? Anyway, the letter generator, to send letter to your generators, just click that on, fill out your name and address, and they'll automatically send off your letters. You click in which state you live in, and bada bing, it's automatic. That's a great job, Scott. Nice going, baby. That is a beautiful thing. If we only had a bunch more of you people out there that were cared enough to send your very best and would get involved in something. But no, people just sit back and lay back. Well, it makes sense to me. That Janet Jackson thing was disgusting in the Super Bowl, and we ought to be having a revolution in this country to stop all the filth and perversion and disgusting things like boobies, huh? We got boobies running the country, and Jacob's got to call up and ask who I'm voting for. That Jacob, that is so sad. I want to hold my head in my hands and cry for hours. Anybody who votes for Bush for this fascist regime we got in there ought to be in jail. And you know something? If they do, if he does get in again, probably most of them will be. Oh, that's right. Pat Buchanan ain't in there. Rick Riley can't vote this time.
He can. He's a write-in.
WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to be Jennifer Aniston for a year so I could be married to Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. There you go. Not a bad choice. Jennifer Aniston, thanks.
You're welcome. Bye.
See ya. Didn't we put Jennifer Aniston on there?
No, we put Brad Pitt on there.
Oh, well, how about Jennifer Aniston?
There you go.
And how about Vanessa, what's her name? Paradis. Oh, I see the A disappeared off of there. Nice going, Eric. Nice going, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Joe Francis, I just sent you the facts on it.
Emil Francis?
Yes.
You sent me a fax about what?
The Girls Gone Wild guy.
I mean, we know the Girls Gone Wild thing, but what difference does it make who he is? Does that make a difference?
He came up with the idea. Joe.
Well, let's see. The Joe Francis is the Girls Gone Wild guy. You know how old he is?
About 30, man.
Worth a fortune, and unfortunately, in the news yesterday, rape allegations at the Ritz on South Beach, March 12th.
Yes, I heard that story.
Against Joe?
Against Joe.
Oh, no, not Joe.
See.
Nobody wants another Joe. 567. Oh, and speaking of allegations, that bitch that called in yesterday ripping our good close friend Joe Costello. That, talk about knocking a guy when he's down. That was so bad. Calling him a liar.
Joe called me in the afternoon.
And what did he say?
He said it's not true. He's only ever been honest to her about his prowess.
Yeah.
He didn't mislead her at all.
Oh, I don't want to talk about his prowess.
Absolutely.
Oh, no. God.
I'm just kidding. Joe did call, to ask what was up, and I told him, and he's going to research it.
He's going to research it?
Yeah, to find out who
He's
that
going
was.
to check it out? Take a peek? Let us know what you find, Joe, okay? Draw some pictures. 22 till 1, man. Marlins pregame. Marlins on deck at 12:50. The Marlins and the Baltimore Orioles in Fort Lauderdale Yankee Stadium at 1:05. I don't understand that. If the Marlins players are going to be in Tallahassee today, what is this going to be, like a skeleton squad today? Is that going to be it?
I don't know.
Wouldn't you think?
Must be talking to you, Josh. You never know.
Well, no, maybe they were up there early this morning and they flew them back. I mean, of course, it's only an exhibitionist game, so it's not a big deal. Maybe they just play, with like a partial squad, and one of the coaches will be the manager today, and Jack McKean will be taking his Geritol up there in Tallahassee with Jeb, and they'll be yucking it up, Hey, remember when your daddy used to own the Texas Rangers and traded away Alex Rodriguez for a bunch of baseball cards? Oh, yeah. No, actually, who did he trade away? He traded away Sammy Sosa. 21 before 1 at 560 WQM. I've been telling you for a long time, if the mattress is lumpy and bumpy, get rid of it. Get yourself a great new mattress with just one easy call. This is the easiest piece of shopping that you can do. Call Dollar Mattress toll free at 1-800-Mattress. They back up everything they say in their advertising 182%, but their competitors lie like crazy. When you see those big ads, those big come-ons, please do yourself a favor. Read that fine print. The ads have got big headlines that say half off, but then you find out that only applies to a limited selection of items that you didn't want anyway. Everything else is still full price. And they probably double the regular price on the sale merchandise anyway. And you'll probably never be able to make a fair exchange if you don't like it. But at Dollar Mattress, forget about
all of these things.
Because their ads have no tiny print, no disclaimers. When you call 1-800-Mattress, you'll see that their prices are so low. How low are they? See, if I was like Gene, what's his name, Rayburn.
How low are they?
Right. Poor Gene Rayburn. He's still dead?
Yes, he is.
Other stores have to offer half-off sales just to compete with Dollar Mattress, and they still give you that no-risk 30-day comfort exchange policy.
About 30, man.
On all beds, including the one you'll be buying. Don't forget, when you call Dollar Mattress, 1-800-Mattress, you're getting company ranked the best anywhere and everywhere in overall customer satisfaction, from Kendall to Stewart, Palm Beach to Fort Myers, even Okeechobee. And Dollar Mattress reminds you to read the fine print because they want you to know what you're buying, even if you decide not to buy from them. So what could you possibly be waiting for? If your bed is a had it, you want to get a great new deal on a fantastic new mattress, just pick up that phone, make that one simple call, and like I said, the simplest, smartest piece of shopping you can be doing. Call 1-800-Mattress or log on to mattress.com. Dial a Mattress, 1-800-MATTRES, the honest way to get you a new bed and a great night's sleep for years to come.
We're Sports Radio 560, QAM.
WQAM presents Marlins Baseball. Wait, don't touch that dial. No, please. Please. Oh, sure, it's not much of a team, but won't you listen anyway? Please? Oh, come on. We have a multi-million-dollar obligation to broadcast these games, whether you like it or not. Even if a dozen or so Cubans may show up on occasion, we still would like a new stadium. Anyway, here's the Marlins.
No hand, there's no need to feel down or have no feet. You can touch to the ground a new eyeball. So put your glass eyeball down, there's a place you can be at the Ladders. There's a special today for some fingers. It's double coupon day if you're buying. Less than 10 parts you'll find you can use their new Express line. They sell the body parts at UCLA. They sell the body parts at UCLA. They have everything from a thumb to a jaw. All you need is your own saw. You get your body parts at UCLA. All sorts of body parts at UCLA. You can get a new heart, even a naughty part. You can put it on your credit card.
Well, look at that. Bush wants Condoleezza to testify as soon as possible to stop the bleeding, okay? She's like a human tourniquet now. Let's stop that bleeding. It's looking bad. 12:44 at 560 WQM. We're just 6 minutes away from the breathless first broadcast of the incredibly terminal Dave Van Boring and the great Boo Shabby. That's what we ought to be playing, you know what?
Why not? We do like Boog a lot.
We love Boog. Boog ought to be doing the entire game, and the fact that he's saddled with that goofball on there is pretty sad. Terminal coma-inducing Dave Van Boy.
We like Boog-a-la, we like Boog-a-la, we like Boog-a-la, we like Boog-a-la, we like Boog-a-la. Sports old guy with the orange hair, don't mind locker room underwear. Yeah, we like Boog-a-la, Boog-a-la, Boog-a-la. Talks about jocks a lot, talks about jocks quite a lot. Just a boring sport ball show, talks about jocks like a big sub bowl. Yeah, we like Boog-a-la, Boog-a-la, Boog-a-la. He was big and round, but dropped way down. He's thinner now, much thinner now.
You know, something that just dawned on me. I think I just had one of those moments.
Yes.
If we can play that,
yeah.
Then why can't we play? Huh?
Not on the list.
All right.
I think tomorrow. We'll have to get a definitive ruling on that. I think we're going to have boobs a lot tomorrow on the Neil Rogers show. If you listen today, you notice we had several. What? What's wrong with boobs a lot? We can still say boobs, right?
Yes.
There you go. That's one of the 16 words that we can still say. It's so sad that people like Jacob and others who aren't listening religiously every day are out of touch with what's going on, especially while they're just coming in and taking away all the things that you can listen to and the things you can say and the things you can read. And he wants to ask me, should I vote for Bush again? Right. Oy vey. Anyway, if you could be any famous living person for 1 year, who would it be? That's our poll question today on the worldfamousneilrogers.com. Hugh Hefner, 140. The guys out there are just dying to be dying. Bill Gates, 59. Tiger Woods, 57. Tom Brady, 34. Brad Pitt, 31. Johnny Depp, 25. Britney Spears, 22. Peter North, 19. Peter North finally passed Ron Jeremy. Thank God.
Oh!
There's hope for the human race. A-Rod, 18. Bill Clinton, 17. Ron Jeremy, 17. How sad. Donald Trump, 15. W's got 12. Jack Nicholson, 10. Michael, it just dawned on me why they want to be Ron Jeremy.
I give up. Oh,
they want to be double-jointed. Michael Douglas, 8. Rupert Murdoch, 8. LeBron James, 8. Neil Rogers, 7. They're nuts. Oprah, 5. Ricky Martin, 5. Miguel Cabrera, 5. P. Diddy, 4. Enrique's got 3. Mark Cuban's got 3. Luis Miguel, 2. David Cassidy's got a pair. William Hung, he's got a small pair. Tommy Lee, 2. Vanessa Paradis, 2. Paradis and Paradat. Wayne Huizenga's got 1. That's the same Wayne Huizenga, by the way, we should point out to you. That called in and bitched out Moe and Geldie this morning on the morning show on QM, and we are ecstatic about that. Rush Limbaugh 1, Pat Robertson 1, none yet out of 545 votes for Joey Buttafuoco, Matt Damon, Jennifer Aniston, or Joe Francis. How about Arlene Francis? How about Francis O'Hare? What do you say?
Okay.
Oh, he's dead. I'm sorry, he's dead. Arlene Francis, she's dead.
Anyone else?
That's going to be our poll question about who would you rather be, Pinky Lee, Peggy Lee,
Tommy Lee,
Tommy Lee,
Pamela Lee,
right,
Sarah Lee,
Sarah Lee, Brenda Lee, Leafy Lee,
Lee Marvin,
Lee Majors, Stan Majors,
Major Wayne.
Or like our middle-level management people made it this morning, majored Simmons about nothing.
I know him, Major Simmons.
Happy Pesach, happy Easter, baby. We got the Marlins on deck coming up momentarily. Marlins and the Orioles. The Humper, the Hebrew Hammer, 4 to 7 this afternoon after the ball game. That was good luck to us all. Thanks a lot, Hank. And don't forget Panther preview at 7. Ottawa Senators at the Panthers. Big game for Ottawa. They better lose. Go Panthers, go big time tonight at the Mac Arena. Eddie K follows the hockey game. Any interest whatsoever?
No.
Oh.
I'm feeling good. Estuvo muy bien aquí.
like